intro so give people a chance to...
Oh, yeah, we definitely...
Yeah. That makes sense. And when we're ready to start, we'll do
I mean,
it.
honestly, you never really want, for our purposes, for live streaming, you never really want the intro to be the very, very first part of the broadcast. That's when you're still hoping that people are
People
coming in.
just found out that it's happening and have to take a minute.
Alright, don't freak me out like that. Saw that, I'm like, wait, WrestleMania's happening? I'm like, oh no, this guy's on. John Cena Trujillo.
Yeah.
I never thought they would do that as a storyline with him.
I've seen that on The Daily Show, actually, because apparently Jon Stewart's a fan and he's equating political events to being a heel and wrestling. It's just like, listen, you gotta understand.
Not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming.
I don't know if you would
frames.
have heard this news, but
What's
Dimension
that?
20
I had
is
this happen to
doing
me
a
earlier.
season where the
What is
players
that?
are all
That is a high
WWE
number, but
superstars.
it's
Oh,
wrong.
really?
And it is
Really
a
wrong.
wrestling themed. It's like the wrestling and mythology theme.
Huh.
I forgot what it was called, but
It's better
Oh,
now.
it
let's
looks
find
neat.
out. Is it going to go back, be cool over here? Stream health?
No, I don't know that it's gonna be live.
Error.
It's one of those
Just an
things
error.
I've seen Xavier Woods in a couple of live.
I mean,
plays
it appears to
before,
be
so I know
live.
he's played D&D.
Look, I go
And
like
then the
this, and then in a
other-
couple seconds it's going to do
The
that.
other wrestlers, I don't know if any of them
Yeah.
had, but it looked,
Well, Big Show
it's
did
where
it,
here.
or Paul White.
Sees
Well,
the
yeah.
one that...
I meant any of the ones who are in
It's fine.
the show, but yes, I did know
What's
that
this?
Big Show
Don't give me the
plays
error
with,
again. Is it doing... No, it's fine.
I'm seeing
with what's his
predictable
face's
face-to-face.
Hollywood game.
I think it's over.
I don't know.
It seems fine. Look, this is good.
That is
That's
okay at the
great.
moment.
Why is it so much lower of a kilobyte per second? What the heck?
I don't know.
I have weird, mysterious streaming issues at my place, too. It's just like...
Yeah.
If I am on a hard line, my upload blows. I can't run the stream. But if I go to Wi-Fi, it's fine.
Wow.
No, that is impossible.
And yet, that's what I thought too. But I understand what you're saying, and I believe you.
Or if I'm on
But
a
it
hard
sounds
line,
so wrong,
No.
right? Like that can't be
or if I'm on
right.
a hard line in my VPN, then I can stream no problem. But then I can't access my maps.
Wait, you can go from the VPN.
What?
You could stream
It's
across
better
the VPN
through
fine?
the... What? That makes no sense.
None of that makes any
None of
sense,
that
right?
makes any
Yeah.
sense.
I don't
Wow.
understand.
So
I can troubleshoot it.
I was reading like a Reddit thing recently. I sent it to Rit. Have you considered sacrificing a chicken?
Yeah, I always do get out the salt and get the demons out. You might have a ghost. It might be a demon. It's hard to tell.
That's the wrong...
I
Yeah,
screwed up
I-
speaking
look, I can
throttle
spell.
or something.
Which
It
spell
could
check?
be an extortionist genie, like
Yeah, there we
Genie
go.
Plus or something like that.
My wireless is actually
Disney
faster
Plus,
than
Disney
my
Plus.
hard internet too now.
No.
That's
Yep.
bizarre.
Does it reach?
My,
What?
I'm not hard plugged into Ethernet right now because it's actually faster to go through my Eros
That is
router.
so wild.
Sounds wrong.
I'm getting like a whole
Shouldn't
extra
be that way.
one
Something
or
is-
2 megs.
Horribly,
It's fucking hilarious.
horribly wrong
dude.
with you guys. The way you guys have your networks
Black
set up.
magic.
At the very
fuckery.
least, I know for a fact that my
Mine just
Thing is
changed
too
one day,
low.
and I don't know why.
How old is the cable?
again, I would look for,
Oh, that's a
for
good
either a
question.
ghost or a demon. It could
Radio
be
Shack
either
in
one.
Palatine was going out of business, and I found a 100-footer for a good price and went,
That might be part of it, actually.
You should
100
probably
feet is...
upgrade your cable, man. 'Cause if it's that old,
You might
yeah.
get an improvement even
Stream
from
is
the Wi-Fi.
healthy. Excellent.
Yay, we want to
I
help
tried
you
that
stream.
too. I took my whole
Sometimes
box.
health is
I,
what
I
really...
plugged it into a
health
line
is what
right
really
into the
matters,
router.
You know?
Short
Because if you don't have the
Nope,
health of your
still same
stream,
problem.
you don't have
So it
anything
wasn't,
on
it wasn't
your
like that.
stream.
So I thought it was a bad line. I installed the line. I'm like, oh, I screwed it up.
Oh, man.
So I would again consider sacrificing a chicken. You know, like in the story that I had read, like apparently like a group of techs had like duct tape.
Oh, wait.
Oh, I read that story.
Yeah, it was the
That's also had the combination
the
of being a
R2D2 guys.
military story as well, I
Yep.
think. Yeah.
R2D2
Yeah.
guys, right? With the
Yeah.
spin barrels.
Something cursed like that, yeah. But it just wouldn't surprise me in the least, you know. Just
40K's right. You gotta appease the machine gods. Say your litanies and
That was a very entertaining story.
There we go.
But imagine, like, some, like, esteemed, like, mechanic, like, hearing the story, saying, like, well, what changed? And then just putting the box back on and everything. Like,
I-
the guy who called bullshit just was like,
I love the idea that there's someone who's not necessarily superstitious, but they just ask, well, what changed? All right, we'll put it back then. not for any superstitious reasons, but just be like, well, if that's the thing that changed, you can unchange it.
Unchanged.
Do it. Let's look at the results. They worked. Good enough for me. Let's go.
It was chicken bones in a box, right? Something like that. Like
They
taped on
sacrificed
there, some weird bull crap.
Look, okay, electromagnetic waves interact with all kinds of things. If there's water content in it, they can bounce around, just get absorbed.
listen, those are dried bone.
Do you think so? Are they? They could be marrow.
They're not Helen.
They're
not Helen.
I smell it so much. Okay. My poor abyssal chicken legs.
Shall we get started? Is everything actually good? Is
Yes.
it still consistently
It is good.
and
We have
we are
viewers.
live and the alerts have gone out. Yay!
Snow could wish for the return of Helen.
Oh.
Andrew still good.
And Andrew could wish for her to go back away.
It just happens every single day. That's how Powers balances the campaign. So we keep wasting our wishes on that every single day.
I'm pretty sure Powers has gone on the record that they were gonna ban Wish if they ever
If we
they
ever play
ever
another,
run
Go
high level
that long
D&D again. Yeah.
I get that.
Me, I would ban what is
Third
it?
year.
Silvery Barbs. Yeah, third year. Yeah, ban
character.
ban Dan from making his own characters.
Just the bear totem. Remove that.
No,
and-
I would nick Silvery Barbs personally if I were doing a long
Silvery
run
Barbs
campaign.
is so
Silvery
much
Barbs
fun.
is so much bull
The
crap.
best part of Silvery Barbs is doing it to the players. Wait till I find you guys fight a
Don't-
wizard.
Oh, man.
Don't like Silvery Barbs.
I think
Not a fan of
honestly, If any of you are keeping up with
Unlike
Invincible,
Counterspell, which I think is
we should
cool. I
force
think
Dan
Silvery
to
Barbs is
create
just kind
a
of bull.
multi-call character
Okay.
and see how many times his character will die and just come back. Like,
What character?
Multi-pole.
like there's a dude. in
There's
the
multi-pole
Invincible-
and
Duplicate.
Duplicate. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
they're brother and sister. They have
From the
powers to
Invincible
split
series.
themselves into
Oh,
separate copies.
Oh, boy.
Multi-pole and duplicate.
I can see why you would love those names.
Yeah.
Listen, it's not about the names. The power itself is fucking ridiculous because like all the copies are just normal dudes. So they literally just throw hundreds of thousands of cells into battle and die repeatedly.
There was multiple names back in Alpha.
which one? No, multiple man was in X-Force.
X-Force, yeah.
You're, yeah, well, okay.
It was truly cursed.
Okay.
But, you know, like
Just trying to
because
sort them
it's
out. They're
such
a
an
mess.
awesome show. Like they really go through like the gore.
Did multiple man ever?
Okay,
Any other
okay.
powers besides duplicate?
Choo-choo!
That was just his power.
All right, all right. I'm rolling. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna roll
Let's-
the new intro.
Let's go, nerds.
Intro.
Through
Here
it.
it goes.
It's intro time.
Got a hell.
Welcome back to Kingdom of Steel.
Hey!
Hello, Poppets.
Last time on Kingdom of Steam, some really obnoxious kobold kids pressed the red button. You're not supposed to press on your little airship.
Freshly out of the dungeon
Freshly out.
and
Should've locked that
freshly
button up
into
somehow.
having to deal with some snotty kobold kids.
The particular kobold, what is it?
Cogs?
Cogs. Really thought he knew better than all of you about how to operate the ship.
Oh, he learned all right.
That was very satisfying.
Then-
Thank you for
Yeah,
KOing
and
him.
then our boxer extraordinaire completely leveled him. Small child knocked unconscious. Only okay because he's a kobold.
Yeah,
The kobolds said they were like, "Oh, you're gonna be a good dad."
that's right. That's right.
Reminds me of home.
That was all distressing. We all took a moment there and went, "Oh."
I tried. Thank you.
But you were able to repair it by pretending to give it wings made from various trees and fern bits and things. And you have decided to allow Von Zief to hold the new crystal.
So that you can get back to the continent.
He has the crystal, and he has powered up the new flying airship that no longer has a Zeppelin lighter than air compartment.
That got pierced by branches.
Now has a fun set of wings and is floating through the air. You have decided to drop off the kobold children back at their not city or town, their village near the volcano on this little island.
Perhaps we'll miss. And, just keep on going.
So one of the things you notice as this is all happening is that Von Zief, he's holding the crystal, and he's kind of sitting in the middle of the thing. Oh, who's piloting? Are you piloting?
Unfortunately.
Yes. That's right.
Okay.
He's told you that you still need to actually fly it. But you see that he is kind of like sitting in the middle of the floor of the airship. And,
We'd like to focus on survival.
and you see he's really focusing. He's really trying hard to make this happen. This is in contrast to how he was previously utilizing the previous crystal.
Yeah, where it was just sort of happening on the dragon ship.
But you do take off. You're kind of like burst into the air, flapping around. Mark pilots the ship fairly well through the trees, comes down around through this island, looking around for it, going towards the volcano, and swoops down into the kobold village.
Hovering kind of by the beach because the kobold village is quite close to both the volcano and the water.
And yeah, what does this look like? Do you want to do the description?
I mean, I wrote that you could. Yeah, it's what you see is a haphazard clumping of volcanic rock pile homes. Like, imagine almost igloo-like structures, but made out of these dark volcanic rocks with these little small openings in them. And there is this like central fire sort of pit area where there's like a communal cooking area. And you see a couple of old kobolds just kind of mulling about right there. You see a gnomish parasol propped up to provide shade because it's in the middle of this like big sandy clearing. Young kobolds are scampering around, and it's just tiny. It seems like there's a lot of empty, uninhabited areas, and
Also, as you are coming in here, the ship comes down towards the beach. Sand is blown away from the ship as it gently lands. You're seeing that the reaction from the kobolds in this village is cautious, but not like spooked. This isn't out of their idea of something that could occur. I forgot to turn the music back on.
yeah, it's very quiet.
Before we land, I want to ask Von Zief, is this like this is just one village, right? There's other ones?
This is my village.
Well, there are other villages of the kobolds.
I don't know. I never saw others. They're probably somewhere. Don't know. This is my people's island. There are other islands. We don't bother them. They don't bother us.
I don't. But are there other kobolds on this island? Not just here, but in other little settlements.
Like people I am related to. Are you asking about my family?
Your people, kobolds.
Yes.
This is it. This is all that you know of.
I am not in charge of all of my people. But you need like a president or something. What do? You need like big boss. I don't boss people. Why would I don't keep track of them? You can go ahead. Make my day. Count all the people. Sounds boring, yeah? Yes, no?
I love what started off as a very simple question has become
Very antagonistic.
It's like, hey, do you have any neighboring villages here, or what? How dare you ask me that? First of all,
Do you trade with anyone else? Or steal from anyone?
No?
This is it, huh? It's all the kobolds.
I mean, there are probably more somewhere. This is just, like I said, this is the ones that I know. Don't assume just because these are the only ones you see that they are the only ones that exist. That would be quite small-minded, yes, no?
I'm not assuming that.
Von Zief is the worst.
Meanwhile, off on the side. So Drogon, you starting to see what I'm saying about Von Zief and why talking to him, at all is terrible and why we should all do less of that?
I think it's entertaining.
Well, I don't care for it.
Are you asking because you would like to ransack my village and you are wondering if there is backup?
No.
Okay.
I was trying to show an interest in you. In your people.
Oh, they are very boring. They just do the normal life stuff. Just, they're just trying to survive.
Okay.
Okay.
So there's a bunch of kobolds that kind of like slowly start approaching, and they're looking.
A lot of the really young, like the little kid
Yeah.
kobolds, are incredibly curious.
Yeah, they're looking around, they're like looking curiously at this thing because they've never seen this particular ship before.
Have you unbound the young kobolds?
Oh no.
They're still
No, I
tied
don't
up.
think so.
At the very
I'd
least,
say
not
they're still
tied.
tied up.
Just curious.
Did you remove Von Zief's leash?
Buddy, let someone step to.
Okay, he's gonna turn to you and be like, "It's been requested."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can I have this? I feel like you need to trust me at this point. You think we can do away with this on the dignity? Yes or no?
It's kind of good to say that,
Dignity. Dignity from a kobold's mouth.
Oh, he's gonna be like, "I am the great Von Zief."
I am the great sky pirate from Zip. I am not your ordinary kobold. Not many kobolds would ever dream of falling accidentally into a great, powerful place and, doing all the cool stuff. You already know. I'm not gonna repeat my story. You know.
He's back.
You do notice that he is feeling much better. His scales aren't dry or oozing. None of the bad things that had been happening to him are happening to him anymore. He is actually feeling pretty good right now.
That note, Drogon, could you roll a d20?
He's already holding the die.
Oh, yep, she's mentioning me. Here we go.
Uh-huh.
Yep, it's the top of the
You don't
morning to
say.
you. Top of the morning to you, Drogon.
Come on, 13.
Annoying.
A 9.
9. Aww. Ooh, you feel.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You feel like there's something like crawling underneath your skin. Like something inside of you that is just itchy.
Yeah.
And it moves around, and you can kind of like almost see it for a second, but as soon as you look down at it, it disappears. But the itch doesn't.
I feel like he's gonna be doing that thing where like you kind of like watch your arm, and then like whenever you get an itch, you scratch a little bit, but he's gonna like pinch at it and be like trying to catch this nothing.
Oh no!
You do
Yep,
see.
that. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
You see that happening to
seems
Drogon?
a bit preoccupied with his
Skin.
his horrible feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, but Von Zief.
Yeah, he is gonna
He's making that
plead
request.
to be unhooked.
But he will just look at everyone else. He's not gonna make that decision.
I mean, dude, like, you know, if we do want him to be like our representative, like, maybe we shouldn't have him on a leash.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I think he's fine. He's proved himself so fucking dumb.
Maybe one of us should stay on the ship, though, just so no other kobolds can find it.
Oh, pick me. Interact with less kobolds? I'll volunteer.
Now the truth is showing. Stabby-faced lady does not like our entire species. Oh, species is smart.
Species.
I mean, so far between you and these charming youngins, the only one who made a really good impression on me was the one you said couldn't be trusted with sharp objects.
Or Snickers.
Yeah, Snickers.
Ah, Snickers.
Justice for Snickers.
We broke him!
That was fast. You good?
Going very good.
Okay.
Very good. Very, very good. I'm having the time of my life here.
Also, I just can't help but picturing Snickers being extra small, even for a kobold. You know what I mean? So
Yes, he
He's
is.
lanky.
yeah.
He is. So you let him unhook the thing, and he walks over to the door and kind of like, or
To
which
the
is
open area of the
opening
door with the
side,
wings.
and gets out on the wing and is like, ha ha! And everybody there's just like, yay! You hear a bunch of Von Zief! And everybody seems very excited.
It is I, the great Von Zief. I have not really returned ready with all of the good things and chickens that I know you love, but
Chickens.
You hear this? Aww.
and then
No chickens.
he grabs Cogs and Hoss and says, I do bring back a couple of mischievous boys, yes, no? And he's gonna just kind of. How high up is the airship? Do we need to slide down a rope? Like, how do we exit? Is it landed?
It's landed,
It would
yeah.
be very funny
The
if there was
wings are
another,
down
like,
on the ground,
"Aw,"
so you
the
can
crowd.
like,
I brought back your boys.
slide down the
Aw.
wing if you want.
No chickens.
Oh, yeah.
Andy brought them
Yeah.
back?
Can he make a dexterity check for sliding down the ring?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're the DM. You don't have to ask me.
Whoops. I just dropped it. Yeah. He sort of clumsily slides down the wing with the two young kobolds in hand, and he puts them down, unties them, and whispers something in their ear and pats them on their heads and kind of waggles his fingers at them and like ushers them forward and then is like, are you all gonna stay up there? You want to come say hello or see the customs of my people and the ways that I have improved their life? Behold, the shiny spoon in that big pot. The big curved spoon for the soup. Yes, I brought them that. They did not. Before that, they had a rock.
A stick, a rock.
A rock, yeah. It had like a dip in it, and they would have to stick their hands into the hot thing to get out some. Oh, yes, this much better.
They must have a very high birth rate to survive the swamp.
You do see a lot of young kobolds.
Yeah, there's like an upsettingly large amount of young kids. And they are kind of like gathering around Von Zief, and they're like, "What happened to your face? What is with the? You look.
It has been a long journey.
Look like it's been a really long journey.
That's rude. What are you talking about? I look young and handsome as
Look,
always.
guys, it's old Von Zief."
I do not
They're
appreciate
like,
being
"Yay,"
talked
and they
to
run
in this
off.
way. I don't. Oh,
Oh, here's the other two. I'll come out carrying the.
How long has it been since you've been here?
a few months. I mean, we have not been doing this whole paragliding thing for all that long.
Is he
I've
actually
not,
look older to us?
to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks fairly similar.
Well, no, like
To which?
he doesn't look like he's aged a ton since you first met him like a couple days ago. You know.
Give me a medicine check if you want to double check.
Want to look into it.
Are we dealing with like Kobold Peter Pan here? Like, what's going on?
Oh, a natural one.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry,
Exactly the same.
Yeah.
He's a kobold.
Picture a belt.
Sure
Looks like a kobold.
Sure looks like a kobold.
He may even look younger.
It looks better, right? That means he's got the crystals.
Yeah, he looks healthier than he's been for a while, so in a way he might seem young comparatively.
What do you want to do?
So, show us around. I mean, you can't just have a big pot with a ladle in it.
Is Cogs awake?
No. No. They drag him off.
Imagine still bound up and they just over the shoulder.
Yeah.
Sliding.
Drooling. The goggles are stuck on his face.
Cogs.
Yeah.
Take care of that little shit.
Vanzif will show you around the thing. He's pointing out stuff that he's clearly stolen from gnome airships.
Yeah.
Like, so much stuff. Their lives have improved here greatly.
They went from kind of Stone Age, Bronze Age kind of stuff to something a little bit more refined, for sure. In some ways, Von Zief kind of like brings you around. He's like, oh, there's not really much to see in like the grander sense because it's lots of little, these houses. If you want, you can crawl in and look, but they just, here's where you'll sleep. Here's where you put your chicken bones, and then outside you go and you pee in the woods. Like, it's very simple, very good life. But I mean, you can meet the elders. They're over there by the pot. They're very nice people, but also, like, I mean, everyone else is probably out, like, fishing or foraging, getting the foods for the day.
When he says that, I'm going to look for boat docks or even just moorings. They probably don't have docks. They probably just tie off their canoes or whatever.
That's you see a couple of well-used like palm trees kind of like that have like some ropes sort of attached to them.
I get a vague sense of how many might be out.
Because
right now I think we could fight our way out of the village if we needed to.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's fair.
They seem very non-hostile to you just because you're with Von Zief.
Yeah.
So
Von
there's
Zief has
no
introduced
aggression. Anyway, you see a lot of kobold kids will run up. They're looking at you. They pull on your clothes a little bit, and then they run off. It's very.
Yeah, they only bite your legs very gently.
Yeah, it's like little nibbles, sure, yeah.
Just to get a taste.
Just like, who is this? Like the youngest ones.
I think they're probably paying the most attention to Buddy, just because they're like big lizard person.
Whoa, you're the funniest looking kobold I've ever seen.
How tall?
Whoa.
I like imagine Buddy's like clambering back up into the
Yeah, there's like a bunch of them trying to pull on your tail and stuff. Yeah. And there also are kobolds of like every color here too. There's a lot of different shades of every color of kobold. White and blue and green and red.
You get the sense that there's honestly not much else. You could easily talk to some of the older kobolds and learn more about their life here if you wanted to. However, also, it's clearly not some sort of mecca filled with interesting and fascinating things. There's no shops. There's nothing here for like a normal traveler. It's just literally a small village of kobolds trying to survive.
Yeah.
How about predators, Von Zief? Like, are there anything these people need to worry about? Like, tigers?
Was that what?
Clearly no.
Is anything trying to eat you?
I mean, no, not really, not on the island. Sometimes in the water, the water is a pretty scary place. Which is why I was like, I don't want to be a pirate of the water, but get me up there. Oh, yeah. Birds are not scary. You can eat those.
Meanwhile, in the background, like a giant hawk just makes off.
Yeah.
With
And one of the kids is just gone.
Oh my god, they got Katie! They're bastards! No. But,
What the chickens do where they like flatten and spread out when the hawks.
Oh my gosh.
Balking and terrorizing.
Oh my god. Okay.
You do see one of the elders come over and just start kind of like he looks annoyed at Von Zeef. Yeah.
They're speaking common.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're speaking common.
Curious.
Yeah.
When you say elder, how much older does he look?
Oh, he's like
crotchety
and walking
era.
around with like a cane.
That was totally stolen off of a gnome.
Yeah, it's like a really
It's a
fancy
nice cane.
And he's just like, "You get out of here, Von Zeef! You're ruining our tire. You're ruining it."
In the middle of his tirade. Love it. Thank you, sir.
He ran out of juice. Von Zeef puts an arm underneath the guy's shoulder and walks him over and goes, I know, I'm so sorry, grandpapa. Here, let me take you to the shade. You're clearly in the sun. It makes your scales go all funny. Come, sit down, you weirdo. Okay. And he like gentle but not, like kind but not gentle, I guess is the way I would put it. Like just like, okay, there you go. And he goes, yeah, maybe I shake things up here a little bit with my crazy idea. But yeah, we just hang out here, you know. We don't hurt anybody. We just try to help them. They don't, we're not doing anything bad. So. Not right now. I'm doing good things. Look at me being good.
You mean to tell me this entire time that we have actually just murdered like tribal dudes under like the wing of some ultra cobalt philanthropist this entire time?
He's not a philanthropist. He's stealing.
I mean, for cobalt standards, dude, this is like like this is like groundbreaking achievements right here.
Yeah, well, I'm getting that.
It's like the Martin Luther King of cobalt.
My mommy says I fell over and hit my head on a rock when I was very little. I get all my good ideas from rocks.
Case in point.
Yeah. Their common has a weird accent to it, as I think you've noticed. But it is common. Yeah, and they are, they're just trying to get by. What do you want to do?
They do mostly speak in Draconic to each other, but when they see that they're in the presence of outsiders, they seem to be speaking in common.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Von Zeef, if you stay on the up and up, and provided His Majesty's cool with it, might be able to make this place a lot better.
That would be very nice, yes. Better is good. Oh, could be good, yes.
One of the elders is just like, ladies and
It's newfangled technology. My fingers aren't getting burnt at all.
Build character! Meanwhile, his hands all like...
Bill Watterson?
Oh my god.
Built character.
Oh,
Hobbs.
yeah.
wow.
Listen, I'm sorry. I'm a big fan. That's how my dad was. Shoveling the fucking driveway and stuff like that. Bill's character. I'm tired of this grandpa. Let's
Anybody
do
else want to do
it.
anything? Want to get back on the boat? What do you want to do? I say boat.
I want to hear a legend of the people. Is there a storyteller? Is there maybe a central meal and then there's a storyteller or something like that?
Yeah, sure.
You can ask any. Yeah. Oh, if you're asking for a story,
I'm looking for a myth or a story that would connect them to the ancient dragons
Or
or the pyramids.
Yeah, I was going to say, or perhaps the Pyramid Temple.
So, how about let's do a check of some sort, persuasion check.
yeah,
them
persuasion to have them tell you a story.
Yeah,
That's fair.
and then we'll.
All right, well, who, I'm going to totally bribe people because
Oh.
I figure a couple of coppers are going to go a long way.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. You know what?
They
Then
may
don't roll.
not- They may not care about money though.
They
Well,
love
they're
shiny
shiny.
things.
They're
I
shiny.
guess if it's shiny, they
And
do like
if you
shiny
tap them
things.
together, clink, 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 clink.
Oh boy.
But do a persuasion roll. Persuasion
that's
roll
what kobolds-
anyway, just to make sure like they're not just scamming you.
Oh, so make sure you get a real story.
Oh, they're totally scamming me. 5.
They do one of those things where they're like, they start the story and then like halfway through they're like, oh, I don't think I can remember the rest of this. If only I had something shiny to look at.
To really bring in the focus.
Yeah. Oh. So,
Okay, so they tell you about how long ago, well before anybody here was alive, there was a great red dragon that lived here. And he was great to all the kobolds who used to live here. He took care of them.
kobolds were
he-
his children.
And he only ate some of them.
Yeah, very graciously only ate some
And
of them. And kept the big other scary like sea beasts away.
yeah.
The oceans where the fishing was very calm for them when the dragon was here.
But one day, there was a great battle, and the dragon had to go away. And when it came back, it was wounded and dying. And they'd never seen a dragon that had died before, and it died slowly over hundreds of years, slowly not moving anymore and running out of power and magic, and eventually it turned to bones. The only thing that happened is that they know that the dragon told the kobolds to never go to the temple.
Mm-hmm.
Stay away from it. And
The temple was there before the dragon was, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
This great battle. Any idea what it was fighting?
Give me a history check first.
Should everybody make a history
Yeah,
check
if you
that's
want.
listening to this story?
Yeah, if you listen to
Yeah.
the story, you can make a history check.
14.
Okay. See if anybody else says a-
Nat 20.
Dang.
Well, Bard.
Yeah. Man, you must have paid attention in that
the
class.
total?
Whatever that class was. What is the total?
Oh,
Yeah.
It was Puff, the magic dragon. No, I'm kidding.
Isn't that
The
20
total
for a
is, I think it's like 23.
Okay,
I
nice.
gotta
Okay.
pull it up.
So, you hear them talk about the dragon being involved in a battle, and you know that there are ancient stories, legends actually, about a time, and this is generally not believed to be true,
It's a fable as far as the common people see it.
but that
Common
there was a time when magic was everywhere, where everybody could do magic, where powerful mages ruled the world, and then there was a horrible war that happened.
And the time of great magic ended.
Yeah, I think within Nat 20, you even know that there were two very powerful beings that were fighting each other. And the different, humans and dragons and well, not human, but humanoids and dragons and different like monsters and the good people of the world fought against each other in like a massive combat. And then what happened is that the result of this war was the destruction of magic. Most magic was fully destroyed. That it ate the powerful magic.
Or something.
Yeah, it's not clear exactly what happened. Because, again, these are legends. There's different tellings of this, and they don't the same story. They all tell slightly different stories. It seems like it's maybe at some point in history there was a great war that was fought, and most of magic died from it.
And I say that in Bartholomew to the rest of
In Bartholomew.
There's some dudes and some woes inserted.
Yeah.
Lots of dudes.
Well, based on what I've been seeing lately, I'm starting to believe the old legends. What is this thing that Von Zief's got?
Things certainly haven't been terribly normal since we've gotten into this whole thing. Ever since Red Cove.
I remember the old days of just throwing the occasional drunk off the train.
It's like throwing people off trains. I'm sorry.
That's why they weren't moving. Who am I talking to?
Listen, now's not the time to rail against the changes.
Oh, where's the gun?
Oh, there's no bullet.
Sound. Oh god.
Wearing light armor today. It's not as
So, what would you like to do?
These, the bones of the dragon, would they happen to be a shrine or a pilgrimage for your people? A place you might go?
Oh no, we don't go there anymore. That was from long ago.
You see there's a little bit of a concern and anger when they look at Von Zief for a second.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Nobody's supposed to know
If kobolds could sweat.
the Keegan and Peele sweating.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a very wet kobold. Yeah.
Oh, the curse returned.
Yeah.
Again, anything else?
Well, it's just tough because, we got a lot of information just now. We're trying to,
Yeah.
figure out what to do with it.
I think it's about time we head back.
We have enough provisions for the flight back.
Alright, the little buggers ate a bunch of stuff.
Smoked a bunch of stuff.
I mean,
They ate a
Yeah.
bunch of stuff you smoke. That's really
well,
what happened.
Unfortunately, yeah, everybody's stashes were criminally raided. It sucks. I'm down with going back, but what are we gonna tell the gang at this point? It's just a bunch of kobolds who are trying to not be peasants or poorer than peasants.
Well, we let Otto know to tell his lordship Von Zief here has the crystal. Maybe we can do something now.
You guys can always go back and talk to Otto. He can advise you.
Not to mention, you can bring me my gun.
Do you think this crystal is going to be enough to take on the thing that's motivating the dragon?
I mean, if you ask me, I know you're talking to each other, but I am the kind of the crystal guy. No. It's oh my god, it's hard to use. The other one, I was just like, I want this to happen, and it happened. This one's like, I really want this to happen, and it happened. I think, with my old ship, maybe I could get the air guy to go like back to his place, but I don't think I could control it. Certainly not while also making this thing go. This thing sucks. This thing is too shaped like a soap.
Well, you won't have to be.
I'm impressed. He knows what soap is.
I stole some. I thought it was food. It smelled so good, and then it tastes so bad.
Most plausible story. Stole some soap, thought it was food. It wasn't food.
It was not food.
Well, good news. Whenever we, get back there, we can make repairs to the ship. Or get a different ship because they probably won't let us use this one again. And you won't have to be using your powers to control it. You can focus entirely on the wind guy.
Okay. Yes.
Regardless, though, I think we should get back to Ottawa.
Agreed.
Hopefully,
But also, we need some food, apparently.
Lord Croydon survived the stroke beyond just being seen in this horrible condition.
Yeah, food. Get some coconuts. Bananas.
Want to forage for?
What are they? Fish?
They do.
Yeah.
Fish.
There's some spears over cropped up against some trees. If you want to do some shallow
Anyone wants to
water
make some survival
checks.
Grab some food.
Choose your yeah.
I'm trying to
Oh.
eat birds.
Oh no.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad it's.
Woohoo! Finally.
I'm glad I didn't.
Natural 20.
Nice. Well, how does this go for you?
I can't imagine well, regardless of how it goes. He's like a spy. He's not a hunter.
Yeah.
But nat 20, you look into.
I like to imagine he's sneaking and then like finds him like asleep on a nest.
Terrifying.
So like one, you just want to successfully catch one bird?
How big are they? Are they like enough for?
Yeah, you
Like,
find however much you want.
I think
with
it's
the
like
20.
almost
It's a
chicken,
chokeover.
almost chicken sized each bird. Sure.
He'll definitely try and find more than one because he's got a lot of people to feed.
Yeah.
Mm.
So you can come back with like 4 birds. Like what does everybody else roll?
I got 21 for fishing.
Okay, you got
Nice.
you got as much fish as you want.
I had joined him for fishing,
Okay.
but with my bonus, I rolled a 2.
Oh,
So,
so
I'm just
you
gonna-
accidentally let free a couple of his fish.
Well, yeah, like maybe in the process of like I'm going to spear.
Just once more, that was a 2 altogether.
2 altogether.
Nice.
So you guys know what I rolled.
Yeah.
So like I go to spear a fish, but like a crab of just immense proportions has pinched my toe, and I'm just like, like jump into him, and I'm like just hopping around trying to get it off, and just generally fucking up everything.
Bartholomew
Yeah,
battles with the crab on
Rils
the
would
beach
try and
while
do
everyone else.
some-
Yeah.
Some foraging, maybe find some berries or whatever. Let's see
Got an
how we do.
11.
Ooh, did real good. A 5.
All right,
Okay,
an 11
yeah.
and a 5.
You find a berry.
You find you.
You see Rils walking back and just pops a berry in his mouth. Didn't find nothing.
Yeah.
An 11. I imagine Drogon went looking for maybe the banana bushels in the tree, and using his returning axe, just be like, "Hop, got one. Nope, hit the bananas." Shut.
Yeah, you have some mangled bananas
You
that
got
you
a
can bring back.
couple. Yeah, you got like a couple of supermarket style bunches of bananas, some of which have been cut in half or partially so by a missed throw.
The provisions to eat first, right?
So the splendor of the birds is pretty impressive.
Bird and fish is
the
good.
fish is pretty all right. Yeah, those are good.
So-
we got a lot of
So you guys
protein.
cook those up and get them kind of like prepared for the trip. And you take back off. Anything else you want to do before you leave? Good.
Other than recover my dignity from losing to a crab, that's the only thing that's imperative. For her.
Well, I heard the crabs are often a problem for bards.
Well, thankfully this was just a singular crab, but I definitely lost the fight.
All right, damn it, Bard.
So, you guys get in. Von Zief goes back into his focus, and you take off back towards the mainland.
Towards the mainland. Are you still piloting? Do you want somebody else to pilot at this point? Who wants to guide the craft?
I'll help him.
Survival check with
You're smart.
advantage.
Okay.
I'm smart.
Oh.
But are you
All right.
under the
Hopefully
effects
the
of your
advantage was better. No.
I'm itchy.
Huh?
I'm itchy.
Okay.
That is true.
Help with navigation?
I'm gonna blame the ship, as I have an 8.
An 8.
7 plus 1.
It is a bumpy ride. Like, Bartholomew isn't technically doing anything, but like,
But he's also doing a poor job of it?
his
Dang.
pilot vibes are so clearly inept that Von Zief doesn't feel like the like the ship's gonna go very well, and he is struggling. He is struggling. You do see him focusing incredibly hard. He's like holding this gem and just like it feels like he's pushing all of his willpower into it to kind of make it go.
I'm gonna try something.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna try and bolster his confidence. Back.
Oh.
All right, Captain. Ready to go. That's how you do it.
Give me a persuasion or deception check, whichever you feel is appropriate.
Meanwhile, in the background, I'm like,
Von Zief, like, should I be going port or starboard, dude?
Oh my god.
Net 20.
Oh dang.
22 persuasion.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
gonna
he
say
mutters under his breath. Yes, I am. Much like I've been on this side. I'm so good at this.
it isn't easy or it isn't difficult. I mean, to
Stroke that ego.
yeah, that's gonna be really easy, and you nail it. You've said all the right things that he wanted to hear in the way that he wanted to hear it, so that he believes it. And this gives despite your control being iffy and your direction being iffy, you can feel as Drogon says that this thing picks up speed and
Still a little bumpy and everything.
bumpy,
but
but you're
is happening.
gonna get back to the mainland by nightfall, which is much better than it could have been. And then you're kind of like making your way. You're trying to find a train station so that you can wire auto.
So
I think
yeah,
that's
you're
what you
looking
said
to
you
like
were gonna do,
find
right? Yeah.
find the rails. So you'll be on the lookout. Whoever wants to like once you get close to land. But before that, while this journey is happening, is there anything anyone wants to do with this brief amount of downtime?
Seeing that his confidence is kind of bolstering the magic, I'm going to take that fake staff. I'm going to try and reshape the head of it to be able to fit his new gem.
Okay.
Yeah.
That way he can maybe get back into his what he used to have.
His old school vibe can come back with the help of the staff. Interesting.
Okay, give me a let's do Arcana.
Crafting for Arcana, yeah.
Come on, good roll. It's gonna be a good one. 22.
Oh yeah.
It comes out well. It's yeah.
To the point when you end up landing, you can just and it goes right in. Yeah.
He can't put it in right now.
Not while Von Zief's controlling.
He's
Oh,
holding.
yeah,
Gotta
that's
probably
right.
be holding.
He's in the
it.
middle of using
Staying
it.
in
so-
contact.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're right.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Kind of want to stay in the air right now. That's pretty important.
In honor of a.
Can I just borrow that for a second?
Yeah.
There you go.
Anybody else? You think?
Anyone else have any
Wait, you need a
downtime?
long rest? I mean, is it like...
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can all take a long rest during
except for
this.
Bartholomew, who's piloting.
So well, they could swap out for
We can swap out.
We already
you
had a
like to
long
do it.
rest
Watches.
overnight from repairing the ship, though.
did.
Is anybody hurt or anything?
No, we should.
Should all be
We had a
good.
nice easy.
yeah.
That's
all
true. You
going
should
good.
all
Yeah,
be
we
pretty
should.
much.
We should all be long rested already, mechanically.
Give me another D20 roll.
Oh boy. 7.
Lucky
Fun.
number 7.
I wish it was 13.
Oh.
That's my lucky.
No, they're excited for 13.
They heard. They were saying something about 13, like they wanted to
Okay.
have.
I love 13.
You're not gonna like this.
No.
This one's worse than 13. Why did you want 13? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, I didn't want
That was horrible.
your that itching is kind of continued and processed, and as you're kind of itching, as you itch a spot, your fingernail just comes right off. And in fact, all of your fingernails start to fall off.
Oh no!
Nobody liked that.
Oh, that's horrible.
That's really terrible. I'm sorry.
It also says tiny, translucent claw-like structures start to grow in their place.
I don't think that's gonna happen. That's more for Von Zief. This is Von Zief's list of things that can happen.
Oh.
So I didn't want
That's been koboldified. I understand.
koboldified.
Okay.
Could I attempt, after the first one falls off, maybe I go over and I just grab his hands. Stop itching!
Gone.
I love that. Like, you've got a fully detached fingernail, and you're like, nope, got him. Gotta do it.
What's happening?
Okay, this way. Ain't gonna fall out now.
Can't fall out again.
Yeah, oh
Oh,
God.
it has gotten more difficult.
I was trying to stop you before you lost the rest of them.
Oh, you can try.
You certainly can try. Give me persuasion or
Fingernails grow so slowly, too.
Hopefully he nails this check.
persuasion.
Damn it.
You started answering him. You started answering him seriously.
No, I threw
Salman.
it. It was a.
You did. You were like
It was
replying to him for a
it was
second
the
before you were
cube
like, "Oh,
we use
I'm
sometimes to
kidding."
mark inspirations. I
Oh
didn't
my God.
whip it at him. I tossed it.
It was hilarious, though, honestly.
It was the nearest thing to hand. I better.
I was just like, hang on a minute, that wasn't a dog.
I'm gonna I'm not gonna persuade him. I'm gonna actually grab his hands and like.
You're physically trying to restrain him from doing.
You're gonna have to do that for quite a while.
I'm gonna tie him up. Tie
Oh
his hands up.
jeez.
Will you let him tie you up?
No.
Give
We've
me
seen how that went.
You're gonna fight each
give
other? Are
me
we
a-
getting
give me
aggressive here?
Oh
boy.
athletics.
Athletics?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Thank you very much. Words were not coming out.
17.
24.
There's quite a scuffle.
Boys!
This is why I was paranoid back in the temple.
Boys, we are mid-air right now. Can this not wait? Yolaman, if he wants to scratch himself so hard his fingernails fall off, first of all, gross. But secondly, what's it to you?
He's our artificer. He might need them fingernails.
He'll be fine without his fingernails.
What do the nails have to do with tools?
I'm gonna tie it so like his hands so like they're hanging.
Okay.
So, you can't,
So there's like something between his wrists so he can't get out himself too
Dwarves.
badly.
Okay. Okay.
Note to self. Make scratcher tool.
You're the guy who ends
This
up
is
making
not a
little
grudgeon. This is for your own good.
I decide what's a grudgeon.
Oh boy. Did anyone else have any downtime sort of thing they wanted to do? You don't have to. It's just like this is an opportunity if there was something on your mind.
All right.
Yeah, just
All right,
Normal Mark Polly do things.
You're out, but
Well, you know, make do as best you can.
You can if you want.
So
There's probably like multiple times during the flight where like Mark Clowney just gets like a little fidgety because it would be the time that he'd be rolling up a spliff, but he isn't, so he's just like.
That's what you get for smoking it all in one day. You gotta chill.
With like
yeah.
You just gotta roll with it, dude.
Oh my god. You're well on your way to the journey. It's been pretty uneventful. It's been a little bit bumpy, but Von Zief has been getting you there. And at one point, when it feels like kind of like the wind is in your favor, sort of feeling like it's going fairly smoothly, and Von Zief can kind of break his concentration a tiny bit. He kind of just speaks up because he knows you're all within hearing range pretty much, and he just goes, "So about my future, I want to make sure since I have been of good faith that you will with good faith be treating me good and okay once we get back onto the shore. I do not want to be a prisoner anymore. Is that okay? Yes, no?"
Considering everything that's happened,
shit, those they know
Fine by me personally.
I go over and scratch his nose.
Oh.
Me nose.
Want the sleepy time sound?
Yeah, sleepy time self my help.
You know what? Hit me.
It's like, never mind, I can just nap through this.
Die him out.
That's good. Well, Von Zief, you kept up your end of the bargain. We are not, the boss, the big boss of everybody, though, as you said, of your own people. So we'll put the good word in for you, but it's sort of up to the higher up. Your ultimate fate will be.
Do they know already? Did you already tell your bosses about me?
I shouted really loud, but I doubt they heard me. No, how did we tell you? Tell them about it.
We did once.
No,
Did you?
I thought he meant what just happened.
No. Like, have you already tattled about me to your boss?
You were arrested, Fonzie.
Yeah, but those were like nobodies, They weren't like a big boss. They just do what they told. You put me in, right? No, I don't know.
I can't remember.
Oh, so you brought him aboard the yacht with Otto.
And there was that forest side village where you kind of sequestered
Yeah,
jail
they weren't,
cell, but
So-
they weren't certainly going to be like reporting anything anywhere
So
necessarily.
Otto knows who he is and what's going on.
But unless Otto has told other people, which he may or may not have.
Probably at least Lord Quinn.
Yeah, probably.
Probably a lot of gnomes. Probably just like gnomes in general might have an issue with him.
That's true.
But they don't know that it's specifically Von Zief. They probably don't know. Gnomes probably have a problem with any kobold at this point. With the lizard men.
Lizard man, yeah.
The big, scary lizard.
Von Zief, the big fella you met when we left, Otto. He works for our boss. Well, one of our bosses, Lord Quinn. And surely Otto would tell Lord Quinn about you. Lord Quinn is a bit of an authority, so he may have a ruling on you. But as I said, I think even at this point, Reels would put a good word in. No, sorry.
Eye rolling at that.
Reels is like, I won't put in a bad word.
That would be a ringing endorsement at this point.
Okay.
So are you being truthful here?
Yeah.
Okay.
You broke the law, mate.
Nobody told me what the rules were. You can't break the law if you don't know the law.
It's actually not the way it works. Ignorance is no excuse.
He's definitely been bragging since we met him about being the greatest pirate. Loves stealing from people.
Yeah, stealing, pirate. Generally, those are always against the law.
Merchant trading generally against the rules. I don't know. Every place have different rules. Some,
Merchants and trading are never against the rules unless you're in that far northeastern country where they're all red.
Oh, right. Okay.
I cannot imagine what you're telling me.
Okay.
If you're
So no chance of being like, oh no, oops, we lost the kobold, and I can just go scurry on my way, find my people, rebuild my society. It's not possible.
Look, as much as I'd like to get rid of him, yeah, there ain't no chance we can just let him go.
We also needed.
Huh?
We also needed.
We need you.
But yes, with the whole horrible shit thing that you caused from my place, you took over a perfectly good and organized dragon and turned it into a crazy dragon. I help you fix your problem.
You're lucky
yes.
he's asleep right now. We don't worry about that.
Perfectly organized and good. It's just, we can't sleep. No.
No, bullshit.
Yes, in exchange for my freelance, perhaps.
I think that's a good bargaining chip, and if it comes to that, you should use that. I think you're the only one that can wield that crystal at this point.
I mean, if you want it, I give it to you, but you might die. That's what they said, right? Like, yeah. Plus, also, right now, we might fall into the water before you figure out how it work out.
All I'm gonna say, dude, is like, in the end, right now, we have no idea what's gonna happen for the future. So let's just like, let's get where we're going, and then we can start really talking about stuff. Cause like, I guess our big problem right now is like, we need to help you, but also address the problem that we also made. And like, which one of those is gonna happen first? And like how? Because we have somebody to report to.
Ah, yes. Yeah. I do not have somebody to report to. I just have people I care about. If you want my help, I've offered it, but like, does it feel so shitty? You caused the problem. You could have just asked me to stop. Maybe I could have stopped. Instead, you took over. So, like, what Von Zief, what the great Captain Von Zief is saying is like, honestly, it's your problem. I'm helping you, so I should be like, yeah, you are such a good guy. Here we give you go free, and I give you a nice shiny jacket, you know?
So
This
like,
whole time he's talking, all Rolls can think of like, we let him live. I don't see what the big issue is. Like, we could have just killed his ass.
look, I guess what I'm trying to say is like, we can't make that decision. So if, like, we go back to the dude like we serve and like, oh hey, we made this decision. Like, that's not our call.
Our microphone's not lit up.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Did the microphone die?
The light
Is the one by...
not
Oh, yeah, no, Kate's is working.
Ours is on.
the
Our
microphone
light's
has
on.
had enough of my bullshit. Is essentially like, it died from my puns, dude.
The
It's
puns
just-
killed it. That, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
It's finally.
It's working.
The light
Okay.
died?
Oh,
Just the light died?
This one's not.
What? But that one's lit up. What is happening?
Wait a second.
Who built this? Kobolds?
I'm gonna just offer again. When's the last time you sacrificed a chicken to?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, no.
like we could just order some wings and call it a sacrifice.
Oh,
Oh yeah, Wolfman said Keys went low volume for a while.
oh
Sorry.
no.
Oh.
We don't see the stream as much when we're role playing.
Yeah, we got into debates.
Well,
and there was
we
a
actually
wrestling
have been
match.
role playing
Little
pretty
bit.
good tonight. Let's go.
Yeah.
Your light went out, but oh, now it's sort of flickering.
Testing.
But your microphone's been working fine.
Yeah, the light's flickering for us now.
Want to unplug this one and put it over there, Calvin?
Hold on. Testing. That one works now. Snap.
Yo.
That one works great.
Okay.
Fantastic. Katie, can you say something?
Yeah, testing.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
Thank you, everybody, helping. Thanks to Wolfman.
Yep. Sorry about that, everyone.
Truly cursed.
And for fun, do you want to go to break or you want to
Oh,
keep going?
it's
We need to wrap
8:30.
this up.
We
I
can.
think we.
Yeah, go for it.
So you're basically saying when you go to talk to Otto.
Like, yeah, like we don't know what to do technically. That's like why we're going to go talk to this dude. Like, we need to figure out what to do next and what to do with you. No offense.
The positive side of that, Von Zief, is this.
Yes.
Lord Quinn is a man of resources, and so is the king. And if you're looking to make life better for your people without risking pirating and thieving, well, they might be able to help you out with something. So it might be worth the risk.
Interesting.
I think if you've been talking to Von Zief about this, make a persuasion check.
Oh,
Plus,
great
or-
rolling dice gods, please don't
Can I
shit
just
on
give him
me.
advantage?
You can.
Oh god, why would you rely on my
You're the
dice rolling,
bard!
dude?
You're the charisma.
You're the bard. You're the face.
Dude, have you seen my barding? Unfortunately, that was the lower of the two. So, God, what is my persuasion? Listen, dude, like,
We don't have any hero points. Or we get. Oh, you only have pips.
well, I'm down to 6 after spending like 16 last time. But,
Yeah, you really made some things happen last time.
uh,
I will tell you, I just rolled like crap, so you have a shot.
8 plus 4, 12.
I had a 6.
Yes!
You're fairly.
I am
convincing.
twice as persuasive as a kobold!
Von Zief kind of just goes, "Oh, okay. When hopefully we will have good discussions before we go fight this dragon for you. Yes.
I mean, hopefully.
Yes. Will I get to meet this Lord Queen? Lord Queen?
Quinn.
Queen.
Quinn.
Is what this is.
Yeah, I said that. Yes.
No, you didn't.
Lord
Just what I said.
That's what I said. Lord Queen. Yes.
These are the words.
They're the words that are coming out of my mouth. Queen.
But he's just putting the sleepy time cell on himself.
As like
Just a real big damage.
Bartholomew and Nazeem go on for really annoying times. Quinn.
Eventually, you guys get to mainland. You find a small town that has a train station.
Relay station at the very least.
You land so as to not disturb the inhabitants, I assume.
I mean, I'm gonna try.
Okay. I'm gonna say you do. And
Don't
go,
leave it up
what
to
is
the chance of you rolling.
What's the message that you want to send to Otto?
First of all, it wasn't our fault.
Well, he's already talked to you. He knows what's going on. No,
I
I
mean,
mean,
the
because
ship-
the button
the
press.
ship
yeah.
has been
You wanna-
Sorry,
rolling.
that was it. No, we don't want to reveal it right now. But
First of all.
Funny
First
thing
of
about
all-
the ship,
Yeah.
the big red button that you shouldn't press. I can gladly say that we did not push it.
We did not.
we're
push
happy
that.
to report that none of us pressed the big red button that we weren't supposed to press.
P.S. Please bring lighter than air fuel.
We need a few small parts for maintenance. Half the ship.
Yeah.
And in fact, after we land, I'm going to get the where it sticks off this thing, so he won't be so mad.
Yeah, so it's not defaced as well as
Okay,
ruined.
so the first message that comes back after he says that is like, there's no available airship currently. Is the airship... First of all, he knows your location. He goes, I am en route. There's no available airship parts. Hold location. And then I think there's more information like Sky Split City split in 3.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Dragon taking up roost on one part. All air travel stopped. All trains travel stopped. Villages destroyed. Towns ruined.
King pissed.
That's implied.
Will arrive. Do you have means for air travel?
Sort of. Stop.
I imagine you're reading that out loud, and then Drogon's like,
Drogon was so excited to take all the bull crap off of the ship, and like,
I
oh,
might have to put more bullcrap on so he feels better. God, stop it.
Is there any mention of Lord Quinn?
No. I was just kidding about that. He's very.
He's handling this on his.
He's very, very to the point. He knows what needs to happen. Remain at that location. We'll arrive shortly. And that's the end of the messages. And I think we take a break. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right.
Okay.
You know, you can tell he's a good supervisor because that wasn't an automated message.
Twice for that one. I just want you to know.
Unbelievable. Okay. All right, we'll be back.
You're the guy.
Hey, we're back.
Wow. Surprise.
I bet you didn't think we were coming back from intermission, did you?
I like this song. This is good stuff. Okay. So,
They've reached land.
a bit of time goes by.
They're waiting
Kind of
for
hanging out at the station.
Otto.
But you do know that one, there's no other trains on the track. Two, Otto has the fastest locomotive in the fleet. And he arrives rather quickly. You can see this thing, like the engine is red hot coming in here. He is getting here as fast as he can. So he pulls up and heads out of the thing. You guys are there at the station. He's looking at you, looks at the kobold. What's going on?
Yeah, not much. How you doing?
I feel like there's definitely got to be that moment where we're all like looking at each other like, so who's gonna tell him? Who's gonna...
Oh, right. First, Von Zief. Here, I need your thing. I'm the crystal.
He'll don't touch the crystal.
Just. There you go.
Well, the good news is we've got the crystal. And with that, we can control air elementals. So, in a way, yes, we do have a ship that can fly.
Where is your lord's airship?
Oh, we still have it. Of course, we wouldn't lose the airship, would we, guys? No, of course not.
No, where's the thought?
Like, rapid darting by is like.
We just have it deflated right now because we lost all the hot air.
Do you take him to it? He's like to where it is?
Yeah.
I think Otto would insist.
Yeah, he's like, where?
Yeah.
Show
Show it to me immediately.
So, DMs, we're gonna ask your Otto to make a Constitution save.
Is he gonna throw up in his mouth a little?
When suddenly the animators suffered massive heart attacks, and Otto was no more.
You have never seen Otto through his body language. You do not see his face. You've never seen him even emote in the slightest. But you see him stand there, and you see his shoulders go.
That's somebody who's probably interacted with him the most out of the whole group. Sound good?
It's not good.
It's not good.
Expression of any sort? Oh shit.
You see him just kind of go, pick himself back up, kind of turn around at you. He goes, so it can go airborne now with the crystal.
Aye, that's how we got here. Cotton Von Zief here has managed to use the crystal to bring us all the way from his island to here.
Von Zief gives Otto the most charming smile he can, which is a little off-putting.
I was gonna say,
And,
yeah. A kobold
and-
showing all the pointed teeth all at once.
And
It's
does
like,
a
oh, no.
very stately bow as best he can. You're Otto's ship.
I see. Well, you think you can stop this menace with the crystal?
When he's not looking.
Like everyone's like, of course, but he's like,
Well, I believe it's the only shot we've got.
So it's important to understand that everyone who has gone up against this thing has not returned. If we've lost 3 outlooks who were just positioned to try and track when the dragon leaves.
Oh.
However, we do keep sending them out just to be able to know what the path is, and we evacuate cities and towns if they're on the flight path. This has not worked well, but it's better than nothing. As I told you, the Sky City has been split into 3 separate areas, partially from damage. But and they have moved the cities, the 2 inhabited pieces, to far off locations to get away. But the remaining bit of the floating island is inhabited. It seems to be its roost. It keeps coming back. So that is where you will find it, and I can give you that specific location. However, I would try not to actually engage with it. It is still extremely deadly. I whistled there for a second. That was great. Did not mean to do that. Whoops. So,
Von Zief kind of reaches up and kind of just gently tugs on Otto's sleeve a little bit and kind of like gestures for him to come down to his level a little bit.
he looks at you for a second, and then he just kind of like really awkwardly bounces.
Von Zief did not fuck up the ship, but the ship is fucked up. And I cannot both make the fucked up ship fly and also take care of the dragon spirit. You have magically unfucked up ship, yes, no?
No.
You magically unfucked ship, yes, no?
We do not have access to airships at the moment. Most of them have been destroyed or are out of commission.
Oh, that is bad for business.
It's extremely bad for business, as were your pirates.
My pirates were... I mean, you can just talk to all of these lovely folks. My pirates were just doing the best that they could to make a poor family fed.
I don't think that this discussion has to happen now, Fonzie. Not to... we need to focus on the problem at hand, and Von Zief has a good point. We won't be much good getting control of the dragon if we drop out of the sky like a rock.
Your Arcana checks.
All of my +1. Let's see what happens.
Good roll, real good.
I mean, yeah, right?
That's cool.
I did, actually. I have a homemade 20.
Okay.
17.
Okay. You 3. You've been thinking about this problem as all of your... You may have been slightly preoccupied with some stuff.
You know, brain fog curses and itchy, stretchy.
But
You're
you 3...
busy counting your remaining fingernails.
Especially since you are... deal with magic a bit. You've been thinking about Von Zief, how he's been reacting to the crystal, what kind of control he's been having, and you think that, well, if he was out in the open, Von Zief, there's just like a little mental chart inside your head. You see Von Zief, giant dragon, him trying to stop it. Maybe he could, but not without getting vaporized by the dragon first. If he was on the airship and flying around, maybe he doesn't get hit by the dragon and you can fly away from it, but it's just going to take longer to subdue the dragon. You could probably focus on both, but you're going to need, let's say, 4 rounds of combat. Hooray! But they'd be 4 rounds of combat where you'd be in the airship and not out in the open getting completely Thunderwave to a crisp.
I mean, honestly, that's only 4 visits to the DMP. It's not so bad.
You've done that before, practically.
I mean, dude, I did that in Red Cove like every day.
What kind of weapons could we outfit this ship with so we could last 4 rounds against
So-
the dragon?
There isn't anything. I don't think. But if you can think of something, you guys go for it. Well, I will allow... So I've designed a little mini game around this if you want to do this. You can do things however you want. But I will let you do skill checks, each of you, on the ship. If you get 10 plus, it gives a +2. If you get 15 plus, it gives +4. If you get below a 5, it gives a -1. And then you
And
take
that's to
that
the AC of
value,
the ship, so like how hard it
you
is
can-
for the dragon to
you
take
can
you
bump
out
up
of the
the
sky.
AC to the ship or lower the DC on its breath weapon if it does fire. So you can get out of things. Plus, if you're inside the ship, the damage for various attacks is divided by 4. So it's a very, very reasonable amount of damage that you can take.
Well, that sounds fair. I did have a question. Any way we could weaponize Burn Knight?
You do have
Well,
a...
currently the main thing that we have is that prototype that we
The laser thing.
yes.
All attempts to harm the dragon have pretty much fallen flat. It is quite literally one of the most powerful things in this realm.
I wonder if maybe the harpoon might be able to do something.
I was wondering if maybe we couldn't find some kind of net or rope type situation to maybe slow it down a little. Might not be able to hurt it, but
Maybe something to mess with its wings can fly as well.
yeah.
Well, no, it's an elemental, right? It doesn't actually need its wings. It's made of all magic and ridiculousness.
Aye, but if it's working off the same thing as Von Zeef here,
It's working off of magic
It is an
ridiculous,
assumption.
but somehow needs its wings.
You're both right. Unfortunately. So, maybe.
Roost? Sky City?
Correct, yes.
Would it make more sense to try and go there and then interact with it?
Anyone who approaches the Sky City has it seems to know that they're there immediately and attacking.
Of course, it's territorial.
So again, I think that's how you should approach, but then attempt to avoid rather than combat it. If Von Zeef is capable of dismantling it.
You don't have any more of the fuel for the rockets, do you?
That took a tremendous amount of effort to acquire. That was highly refined burnite. I see that it
So it's a no then.
is gone. Unfortunately, yes, that is the case. I do have more, but it is not here. And I'm not sure that would be...
What good use of time?
Yeah, to go and acquire it. However, if you want me to, I can. Although lives are at stake every day that you have been gone. In the past week, it has been chaos and madness. The faster we can take care of this, the better.
Well, there's nothing to do it but to do it.
Well, Captain, you're our only hope.
I'll be funny one.
I think this one's
Really
right,
bending over
that's
backwards
okay.
to make that one work.
Oh boy. So
It did
gross.
kind of sound like Gilman had a stroke.
Someone call a bondulance.
Honestly, that gets me every time.
It is just, it's a very well constructed little story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Just right now, the way it goes, we're good.
I mean,
I'm the great one. If pledged to do everything I can to help all of you poor people with this horrible situation. He's just like constantly looking at Otto. And I hope with my agreeing to do this nice act of kindness, that good kind acts will be done unto me as well when they are completed, and I will not be incarcerated for horrible things and poke with sharp
Okay,
sticks.
he went and said it out loud. I was just gonna be like, he's hoping not to get locked up forever after this.
Or poked with sharp sticks.
As he's going on, like, Mark slowly sidles up to Von Zief and he's like, dude, that's not the king.
He's your boss. Or you can go over it, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, you know, the king of everything, I guess.
King
is
of
like, like
But
2 or 3 levels above this guy, so.
yeah, you're right. But his lordship could offer certain protections for Von Zief, and Otto would be the one to put a good word in.
Yeah.
I have not the once bitten any of these fine folk. Not one bite. Very good boy. He gives another dashing smile.
I love Von Zief. I've been a good boy. I deserve chicken nuggets.
Yeah, yes. I want chicken nuggets. And not the chicken nuggets we have at home. Those are in jail cells.
Interesting. How about this? I will persuade Lord Quinn to keep your role in this situation private and perhaps find a place for you if you can accomplish this task of subduing the dragon.
Okay. That seems persuade is good, yes. It is a deal. He spits on his elbow and holds out his hand.
I can write this in a contract instead. That helps. Spit.
Do I spit on the contract? Well, that is less fun, but if that is more your thing, we can do the little papers. I don't eat them either. I don't eat them.
Believe that my word in this matter will be sufficient.
Okay.
Not being necessary. But thank you.
It's Otto, come on.
Or just didn't want Von Zief spit everywhere.
Yes, that would be preferable. Well then, if I was to leave this to any other group of individuals, I would be deeply concerned about the success rate of this mission. However, I have seen you come out of things that I would have never thought were possible. So,
Oh, shucks.
Instead of deeply concerned, he's only slightly concerned.
Emotionally concerned.
we will see how this goes. Good luck.
Otto, I just have a small side matter I was hoping to discuss with you.
Yes.
I don't know if languages or the deciphering of runes happens to be in your wheelhouse, but recently, whilst we were exploring the ancient and terrible temple, I found this here dagger.
Oh, it is the dagger that I found!
We found. And none of us, not even Drogon, were able to decipher the runes and or writing that appears to be engraved upon it.
Do not remove from temple or bad stuff happens.
Yeah, well,
Wasn't
all I
Oh, I
know
thought
right
it
now is
was
it's a
pretty
+1 day.
Temple of
I thought it
Elemental
was in
Heat.
twang.
Yeah,
What?
right.
Oh.
The texture on that side
Honestly,
is
we
funny.
should ask about the whole really cursed artifact in the bag of holding.
Oh, right.
Oh.
If you want to deal with that, Otto takes the knife and holds it and looks it over, and he's like, very interesting. And unsettling.
Oh?
This is extremely old. And he kind of holds it up and casts a spell.
Okay.
You've only ever seen him cast really, really low level stuff. So you
Yeah, just a small.
you recognize this as those of you who understand and know magic can see this as like a detect magic, kind of a little different, but it's still very low level. It's just like, no, this should be safe to use if you wanted to, but yeah, this is very concerning. Thank you for bringing this up.
Straps it back to her pocket.
Concerning how?
I will get back to you on that. I'm going to have to look up some things.
Oh, yeah, right. Just, we're going to fight a dragon.
Perhaps it's better to only worry about one thing rather than a large thing and a small thing and another thing.
Well, what about the thing?
As the person in possession of and using said thing, I feel like I have a little bit of a right to be concerned about it.
Again, that should be fine to use it. But the fact that it exists is the concerning part.
The fact that it exists. Oh, fantastic.
What is this other thing?
Mudward?
Pull it out.
Just maybe the swamp.
Just like, I guess I actually have to dump it out because I don't want to touch it.
Yeah.
So I have to turn the bag inside a bunch of garbage.
Is the ladder still there?
Yeah, it's a ladder.
Oh, fantastic. It's just like empty bottles, a ladder.
The ladder walks away. It's like
There's kitens, like a bunch of tents, some candles, some glass bottles, like a bucket, like a bunch of like really random garbage.
That's beautiful.
I haven't seen one of
This
those
one
in
right here.
quite a long time.
Dude, my cinnamon bun. I was wondering about it.
Oh yeah, one of your bread slices in the
That's quite a remarkable artifact you have as well. I haven't seen one of those in quite some time.
Go back.
So
This is what you're.
it's on the ground. Yeah.
Don't touch it.
Let me see. This is the same things that were dropped by the people
The
in
Cult of Dagon? Yeah.
Rigged Code. Yes. I have some feeling that the writing on the dagger and these are involved with each other somehow.
Oh, fantastic.
The
Old and
temple-
unspeakably evil.
So,
Yeehaw.
again, where did you find that, and what is going on exactly?
Look at his fingernails.
Curses and stuff.
They weren't always like that.
No.
nothing can spy you.
A perfectly auto question. It wasn't like that before?
It's for clarification reasons, of course. No.
Let's see over. Tech magic is still going, so he's kind of like, lift your beard.
Oh no, does he have gills?
He does.
Shit!
Oh, you little fishy fucker.
You should have expected the artificer to try and become efficient.
Did you call him an artificer?
Yeah.
Did you try to hide it? No, I went to go for efficient,
That's
but
two.
artificer was also very
You
good. Well done.
just said it too. Oh, it took a year off my life as well. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god.
That is an interesting development.
Well, for the record, it's the only reason we got into the damn place.
I see.
That does make sense. You were holding your breath.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, basically we knew without being able to say, oh, I don't know.
But it is a nice, fun review.
I see. Otto leans down and he picks up the effigy and looks it over. I will take this with me for safekeeping. If that's alright.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, did he just kind of like Tom Bombadil that? Like, just picked it up and nothing happened?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Just
He
wanted to
didn't
make
seem
sure.
concerned or worried in any way.
Yeah, that's why I went up.
Right, like he reaches for it and we're all like, grabs it and we're all like,
Is it okay?
He just
maybe
kind
it's
of
alright.
moves his cloak over him, puts it into a little pocket. Should be fine. Although, I don't know how it's going to affect you in the future.
He seems to be having like. Do you ever see somebody who's into their cups too much regularly, and then they stop? And they kind of.
Oh yes.
Kind of what's happening to him.
This kobold here seems to have gone through the same troubles
Yes, Captain Von Zee.
when I saw him last.
Yes, I felt like garbage. Now I feel perfectly fine, but I'm holding this wonderful gemstone. It makes me.
I hope you
feel
don't
much
go
better.
through a phase where you're all sticky. That seemed unpleasant.
Oh, neither.
Roll a d20 for me.
No! Why?
Just
17.
You scaled it back.
17.
17. That's up there.
Oh no.
You start to see weird shadowy figures, but only out of the corner of your eyes. And when you look, they're gone.
How much? Good news, not sticky.
Right. He does make sure that they go back to the train. They hands you his the Burnite cannon.
I don't think I actually have the stats for it.
Oh, I've got it. So if you want to fire it, we can find it here. And a harpoon gun. You guys wanted one of those?
I
You
think
had one at some
it's
point.
worth it to try
If we think of
to
something to do with it,
harpoon
yeah.
with some rope. Like maybe
Tangle a
we
wing,
can slow
make
it down. Like yeah.
So
So yes.
You saw a harpoon gun, and what was that?
The Burnite laser.
does anybody have healing potions left?
That's a good question.
I assume no. Just because, like, how much we have had our asses whooped in the past few.
Yeah, but
Actually,
sometimes you. I mean, like you have a
don't-
healer and you've been taking some rest, so I don't know that everyone has used theirs.
I
No.
don't, I
And some
don't
people have
remember
some.
consuming mine,
gave
but
them
that
out.
doesn't mean that I didn't.
The only thing I have left is the scroll of furnishing.
I don't have one right
But
now.
counter an owlbearer. Sure, that's the easiest way.
Because you found like proto wallies or whatever.
It may have been used.
Wallies.
We might be able to wrap a boss up in a rug. Beat the shit out of him.
A bugbear in a rug.
Well, can you conjure the whole rug?
You can use the action, read the scroll, and conjure up an owlbearer.
That's amazing. I'm sure that will come in handy.
Dude, we're gonna potion of lava breathing somebody with that. You watch. Like,
Hey, do we still have our backpacks?
Oh, the
Parachute.
balloon
Parachute
packs?
things?
Yes. Yes.
Did
And
Mark
this is
Solomon
repaired.
even get a new
oh
one?
no, I don't think.
Did his get fixed?
I think we repaired it.
I think yours
Otto has
got
repaired it and he
fixed.
gives it back to you.
And he told you to be careful with it this
Yeah.
time.
Dude,
Now-
I tried.
When I was using TNT Beyond, I still had my potion of healing in my inventory. Rils might still have her potion.
Okay.
I
I
do
hadn't
not.
copied it over, but
Let's
it looks
assume
like-
you have one potion of healing that you can share amongst yourselves.
A single potion of healing for the whole group?
Yeah.
I'm just
At
clarifying.
the very least, unless somebody else has one in their inventory.
Little sips.
Just a drop. Okay.
Ration it well.
All that.
I'm writing healing potion in my inventory.
Is there anything else I
Pretty
can
sure
do
I
for you?
didn't use it.
Provisions. 'Cause I think we need those.
I
You just want some more of your stash? Is that what you're hoping for?
Well, I mean, like we generally are down to like fish and bananas on the boat, so like
okay.
maybe some proper food. But
He sets you up some. He sets you up some ration.
He basically goes in to the Lord Quinn's kitchen area and just grabs a couple cupboards of stuff and is like, here you go. There's a small barrel of water and those, because you're
The
not
general
going on a week-long journey. This is hopefully he's expecting you to go in, take care of it, and come back.
right,
Right.
right.
He's not worried about stocking up everybody for a week or anything like that. But you should have enough for a couple of days.
And I make like a small foray for my own.
Okay. Good to go. Anything else you guys want to do before?
Wish us luck, say a prayer, here we go.
I guess before we leave, can I see how protection from good and evil works for Vonzi before we get in the air?
Also, what do you?
As far as like,
It protects against elementals and like helps with dealing with them. So I just want to make sure it doesn't interfere with the actual using of the crystal.
interesting.
Here, I can give the card too if you want.
Yeah.
Details. Just don't want to do it.
Until it spawns,
card
one
so
willing creature you touch is
Here, do you wanna
protected
look at it?
against
It's
certain
right-
types of creatures, including elementals. Protection grants benefits including disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. Target also can't
This
be
would
charmed.
be awesome for this. I think you should absolutely
Strap
cast
myself
that
to
on
Vonzi and sit behind him and concentrate on that for the entire time.
That's amazing.
Interesting.
We're just doing a regular potion here. Healing 2 level.
It's not. Yeah, it's not an
Greater
extra
or-
greater. It's just a regular potion
Yeah.
of healing.
Okay. Really good for.
He said one for the whole group.
Oh!
Oh,
We don't all get juice boxes.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, I mean,
juice
unless you knew for a fact that you hadn't previously consumed the one that you had,
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
which that's why I went and looked at my D&D Beyond from when I was using it. It was still in there, so I generally clear things out after.
Okay.
one
Went
time.
from oh yeah to just oh.
Get back into the airship. Buddy and Von Ziever are kind of in the center of the ship. He's kind of like really focusing.
I'd like to restrap him too, just so we don't get separated, since I really don't want to.
On our signature.
Again,
Be
we're
away
pitching
from
this
him.
to Von Zief at this point. This is the safety harness. This
Deal
is
with that.
this isn't about keeping you on a string because we don't trust you.
If we get
It's for
separated,
safety
you
reasons.
might really die.
I think this time we're actually offering it to him as a choice, though.
how? It's like so long as it's like give me some space. I don't know
You can
what's
have the
gonna
full 30
happen.
feet.
Oh, tastes good. Yeah.
Plus, should you fall off the ship and connected to Buddy, Buddy can put you back in.
I will have the gem. I will be fine. You will be the ones that are
Fall
fine.
off the ship. I'll be fine.
Yeah, actually, this is the one like rare scenario. If he were to fall off the ship, he'd be the one who'd be okay, and we'd all be
Well,
screwed.
we have backpacks.
Well,
Yeah,
we do have
that's
the
yeah,
back.
that's.
That was the end of my sentence.
I accept the safety harness. Yes.
Paint it yellow or something.
Yes, little stripes. Once it has stripes on it, I am okay. that is okay. Yes, no?
Now it's compliant.
All right. Mark, are you flying? Or do you want to give the?
Do you want to have a different? You may want to think about what your actual what you're going to be doing on the ship during this event. So
I'm
speak.
going to be
Do you
trying
want
to not die.
Yeah, that's good. Do
Right.
you want to be the one that's in charge of
Would you agree?
the ship not dying?
Well, I'll try. Because, like, honestly, I can't poke it with a stick.
I'm
and-
going to, for
Yeah.
this
You
part
can
at
cast
least.
Sorry about that.
For this part, at least, I'm going to offer assistance to Mark. You know, act as like second mate, reading off dials and all that, even though they don't matter.
Under your breath, you're like,
Well, I was gonna say you can cast a spell.
Please God, why? Alright, that's an 8 again.
Do you want to be captain or not?
Do you want to try? Are you sure you want to
You
play?
can cast a spell. I am.
I literally can only
Almost-
cast Thunder Wave though in
Yeah,
combat.
I can cast Fist.
I can cast.
So you might be able
Thunderwave
to
might be
use-
able to push the ship.
Yeah, there's all kinds of things
Use
you
it
can
to
do.
dodge, perhaps. I'd be up for
Well,
allowing
this,
that.
We're gonna do this like this is not an initiative. This is a skill check based narrative combat that we're gonna get into.
We're gonna marvel the heck out of this.
Do a cool thing.
Think
Yeah.
a cool thing, do a cool thing.
What's the attribute you need for the pilot?
Any whatever you want, whatever
If
you
you
tell
can
me.
justify
I
it,
have a high dex.
That's great.
yeah.
I mean, you might as well. Dude, like, I'm just rolling like absolute dog shit tonight, except for that one nat 20, so just.
Let's see. I think. Let's see if I can get this right.
Well, you
roll
can-
the mook. Just roll something high. Anything above an 8.
Could you offer me some assistance?
All right.
Oh no.
All pressure is high, all steam is go, and headwinds are in our favor.
14.
There we go.
All right.
C2 numbers.
Yeah.
Von Zief is like, alright, the ship is getting ready to go. Yes.
I have restrapped on the wings.
I shall pilot the ship.
Drogon
with
is
the
just
from
hating
my
every
mind,
moment
yes,
of that.
Lord.
Maybe we took some of the feathers from the birds that Buddy found. We glued those to the wings to help him imagine.
Oh,
Fine, yeah,
there we
great
go.
idea.
Oh, yes,
You've
the
attached
arrow.
all the wings of the birds that Buddy caught to the wings of the.
It is so much more aerodynamic
It's now a biblically
now.
accurate airship.
The biblically
It's got
accurate
multiple
airship.
wings attached
The
to it.
lift is off the charts.
And as you say that, the ship comes up, crumpled as it is, a little bit here and there.
And science died.
Will save.
Yeah, you take off, leaving Otto behind. Yeah.
Does he wave?
No. No. No, he does not.
It's tough not to crack that one.
As you are heading out to the location that he gave you on the map,
This fragment of the Sky City.
yeah, let's just give me a general, let's do, what you want
Perception?
to do?
What are you trying to do?
No, it's going to give me just a flight check. I guess you did that already. You did
I
the
did,
roll
yeah.
and it was
14.
for the 14, yeah. So you guys are flying off. You're doing okay. You're heading in the right direction. And after a while of travel, you see in the distance the fragment of the Sky City, which you have approached before and seen. I think all of you. You've been you were flying back on the Endeavor when before we got to the city. You were on the way there, but then you hijacked some sky
Yes, I
pirates.
may or may not have seen it. However, this portion of the city that they see is not level anymore. It's tilted a little bit because it's no longer being maintained and
It's not
repaired.
balanced. There's certainly no one on board. There are a few of the hydrogen sacks that have deflated and fall off and are kind of draping down and flapping in the wind. But there's all the girders and steamworks and stuff like that all pulling up together, and a couple of the combined zeppelins that make up the city still intact and hovering. How would you like to approach? What's the plan going in towards it? Are you just gonna provoke the beast, or what do you?
You're going in stealth. You're going in hot. Well, yeah, like
The time has come. I will attempt to seduce the dragon.
Alright. I don't know about stealth versus going in hot.
just out of curiosity, roll a d20.
Jesus Christ.
But Rolls has Bane, and she would like to try and get us within 30 feet of the dragon at some point if we are capable of doing so she could cast that spell.
So you can cast spells and do damage to this dragon, but you're probably not going to make a dent.
Bane is
Bane is a
one-
debuff.
Bane makes it a
It-
negative
yeah.
d4, which makes
That's not about trying to
That's
damage it. It's a debuff thing.
Great
that
idea.
is smart.
Never mind. I
And
was
then
thinking
otherwise,
something
the
else,
thing that Rills would
Yeah,
want to
hold
do
on.
would be to have the harpoon gun tied up with some ropes or nets or whatever
For
we
like a
rigged up
maneuver
to
or
try
to
and
try and slow it down.
that's the try and slow it down thing.
Okay.
And then also just she has stated if we can safely get within 30 feet of it, she can try and cast Bane on it.
Okay. How do you want
Those
to
are
approach though?
what I offer.
What's
to
the,
the
what else is your strategies?
What's the ship equivalent of tiptoeing up?
That's
I
a
think-
stealth.
Flying casually.
I mean,
No,
relative
that's stealth.
stealth didn't really matter.
I think we should just fly at
Go
it.
fast.
Yeah, it doesn't know we're a threat. It's probably just going to think we're another lunch for it.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point. I think stealth might
Not
not,
to
really
mention-
matter.
We got it to chase us. We gotta get it to chase us anyway.
DoorDash. I didn't order
Okay.
Effectively get ready to take the dodge action.
All right. Well, that's not. So again, we're gonna do like
Yeah, I understand. I'm
each
saying-
one of you will do a skill check. You can get up to 10 reduced from an attack roll. So theoretically,
In total from the party, you mean?
Yeah,
Or-
yeah. As we go through, so
It's we'll just say highest we can get is
okay.
Tucker.
Dude.
Give your dice a chance.
Why?
Don't. You gotta let the dice think that you believe in them. If you can't actually believe in them, you can at least pretend that you believe in them.
I think
I'm having little like flashbacks.
You
It's a
are
rousing pep talk, right?
So you are basically you want to dive bomb this place. How do you want to fly this in? You want,
Actually, well, yeah, I want to. It's something I'm coming into land. You know, like, oh, I don't know any better. I'm just a dumb little, easy to pick off ship coming into land in the Sky City that I don't notice is completely ruined. You know? I'm flying casual.
yeah, fantastic. So you swoop down in, and as you are coming towards this to land, there's a weird realization that there's a point where you get close enough to it that you realize you've been looking at the dragon without realizing it, because it is got a strange sense of camouflage in the fact that it is made of, like, some of it is wood and leather and things like that, and cloth, and that is part of what the Sky City is built out of, is some, like building materials and stuff like that. And it just kind of like, you're suddenly realizing you're coming right towards it, and it just flips out and realizes at the same time that you're kind of realizing you're looking at it, it realizes there's somebody dumb enough to fly in towards this place. It swoops up to start coming at you guys. Let's go to more scary music. Let's do
Yeah, action.
Action sequence.
I don't know. Maybe Benny Hill theme song to start it off. I don't know.
Let's do why don't you give me a some sort of dex check on acrobatics,
Sure.
and we'll the dragon will roll.
Strogan, stay with me, buddy.
All right. The headwind, the winds are going to the starboard side, so you're going to have to go harder to the port. And
Faster.
Do math faster.
Oh, very good. 25.
Okay. This first exchange, you dive out of the way from this thing. It is lost for a second, confused, and trying to find out where you went to. You've turned such a good corner through here. You're diving back in through the Sky City a little bit, with what's left of this portion of it, and it is kind of lost you for just a second. It's flying up and out, and it spots you again, and it's heading towards you.
Can we get the danger zone?
Skyway to the
You know what?
threat area.
Yes, we can.
Thread area.
Yes, we can. Hold on. You're totally right.
Well, as we're switching
I
the
have goggles
music,
out of nowhere.
can I ask, was there a moment there where we were within 30 feet of the dragon?
Yes.
I think that this is one of those moments where
Okay.
the piloting is just so clutch and you're so close. Yes.
Then I would like to cast Bane on the dragon. It is, I want to say, a charisma save. I looked it up. Yes, it is a charisma saving throw. The DC is 13.
The dragon has not one.
oh,
Yes! Yes! I will now concentrate on this Bane for the next minute.
Wow. I can't believe I
Yes!
rolled
Thank
a
you, Nat
one.
1.
I
As a
was
reminder,
worried. I was like, oh no.
whenever a
this is
target that
bad.
fails this saving
That
throw
extra
makes an
stuff.
attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the attack throw or saving throw.
Okay.
Okay.
You should maybe turn the volume of the song down since it does have lyrics in it.
No.
Okay.
I don't think that's possible. If anything, I need to turn it up. Okay.
Okay. Fair enough. All right.
Listen, we didn't put this song on to not listen to it.
Fair.
Okay. I'm just gonna go around the table, and you're gonna have a moment and then the dragon will have a moment.
So this is kind of like, how do you either reduce what the dragon is going to do to you, or how do you increase
Your chances.
Your chances
This, you
in some
don't
way.
want to give each other advantage on these particular rolls, because your check on this is a possibility of +4 to reducing the dragon's attack. Rogan.
I'm going to go to some of the engine parts which currently are not functioning.
Yes.
I'm going to take my shield cannon
Okay.
and plug it into the systems
Okay.
in an attempt to shield us from the blast, so that instead of giving us temporary hit points, it's kind of a small barrier
ship
around the
itself.
Give
shield.
me an Arcana check.
Yeah, that's interesting.
15.
That is a +4.
Nice. So there's a 4.
Fantastic. You integrate your shield, you're plugging in parts and things like that, and you guys can hear this, like the engine kind of and rumble to life, even though it's being propelled by the rest of the crystal and Von Zee. There's an extra surge of power that goes through the whole ship.
Full power to the rear shield, Scotty.
Who's got it?
Rills, what do you want to do?
Can we come back to me? I had been thinking about the Bane thing, and I haven't thought of a this thing yet. I'm still sort of formulating.
That's fair. That's fine.
I have an idea, but it's a little half-cocked, so I'm trying to think through if it makes sense.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, Yolman,
Yeoman.
do you have a thing?
Should I continue to fly?
Yes, if you would
You
like to
can-
do that.
Yeah,
I don't know what else I should
you make
do.
a skill check for that.
Acrobatics, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, you're not there. Help me.
No, he's doing
Street roll 14.
Okay.
That's
14 is still
a
+2.
+2.
Okay. Mark.
Alright, so I assume there's some sort of evasive maneuver sort of thing that is on these ships as sort of like an oh shit. If you get too close to each other, you can kind of dodge quickly. So maybe
You could bump Yeoman.
well
That would be a dodge quickly thing.
well basically what I want to do is because I can only cast Thunderwave at this point. I basically want to use Thunderwave to help us dodge.
Okay.
Love it. So
Fantastic.
you're gonna cast Thunderwave out the side of the ship on whichever side you want it to dodge from,
Or
kind of.
hit the rudder or something. Yeah, so it's oh shit, quick turn. Oh shit, quick turn.
All
I
right,
think
cool.
either give me a perception check to know when to do that, or a spell attack roll. Just out of, just because that's a plus to something.
Oh, my spell attack bonus is +4. Let me just make sure. My perception is +2. So yeah, let's try a spell attack.
All
Hopefully
right.
the pluses will help. Oh, natural.
Hey,
Let's go!
Beautiful.
That was the Trom's lion die too. So
I'm
thank
gonna
you, my good
change. I'm gonna add this up.
You don't have anything except for a nat 20. You didn't even think
this
that's
is-
gonna happen.
Yeah, so this is a instead of +4, we'll do this +6. So now you're at 12.
Bless you.
man. 6.
Bless you some more.
Somewhere,
Buddy.
the universe, Darwin.
I definitely want to put protection from good and evil.
I'm assuming that has already occurred.
Oh, you're
you've
saying
done
that you can
Absolutely.
concentrate on that. It is happening as we enter in.
Is there something else you want to try to do to?
I think you keep an eye out through the wings and kind of point things out because he's really kind of just stuck there. So the only thing you can do is look.
That's
Fantastic.
awesome.
Perception.
Yeah.
14.
That's fantastic. That is another +2. You guys have a total of 14.
To the modifier, depending on what it does, is you either have a reduction of 14 or your AC will go up by 14. What does this work and what does this do?
Oh, so this depends on what attacks you.
Ah, okay.
So you do just one of this and one of that,
And then there's one of
and then
these.
there's one of that. So
Is he doing that first?
you know what? Let's find out.
I think we gotta go back to Rills.
Mm-hmm.
because they were-
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Are you ready?
Is
Yes, I have thought of a thing that requires a small amount of. I have previously prepared a thing that was not previously stated out loud,
Oh,
but
pitch
to
it
make
to
this
us.
thing work.
Yeah, yeah.
So, Rolls would try and like to rig up a type of smoke screen to help stealth our ship by taking some metal buckets and putting like leaves and debris inside of them, and then like a lid on said buckets with holes on them so the fire would be contained, but then like lighting them up so then like smoke is...
Stealth check?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
All right, cool. I just wanted to pitch you on
Oh, I
it
love
because
it.
like I said,
That's cool.
it requires that
You were-
this was previously done.
Yeah, you were stopped in a pretty forested kind
Yeah.
of area, so you could easily get some like semi-fresh leaves to like smolder.
That is a homemade 20.
Hey, all
That
right.
is,
That
since
is
it's
another
not
plus
a
4.
nat 20.
Not a
I will
nat
give it
20.
plus 4.
That's
Yeah.
a + 4, but that's
You guys-
still wow.
Have reduced this by 18.
That's incredible.
Let's go,
What
team.
did you say the maximum
Let's
was
go,
probably
team.
10? You were like, they
I
could
did.
probably do 10. And
That was
here's
before
18.
Tucker rolled a really critical nat 20. Let's go!
Oh, man.
You know, the dice giveth, the dice taketh, and occasionally I just have to switch dice altogether.
Is that what that was? Was this a different
I went from my gold and blue to silver
Ah.
die again.
Well, there you go.
I had to beseech
So-
the deific gods.
There's definitely a reason I keep multiple d20s. It's in case I roll really garbage with one and I go, we're
The
going
dice.
time out.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, well done.
You've rolled a 2 and a 3. That's enough of tonight. You can just- See,
Okay.
try again next week.
As this, you are diving down through here, and it is trying desperately to get away from the smoke trail that is coming into its face. You can see it passing through it, and you see those like turbulent trails going off the sides of the wings as it sweeps down through and tries to spread it out. You guys are kind of like diving through the fragment of the Sky City at this point, but you see out the back. It opens its mouth, and air and some of that smoke sucks into like this central ball in its mouth. You can see it's about to fire the breath weapon. So Buddy yells out to the rest of you, and this crack of thunder kind of shoots out from its mouth. Can you? I need a con save for the ship from Yeoman.
And then everybody else needs
Is
to
it
be.
on my con, or am I just rolling these ones?
Just
roll
roll.
the-
Just roll a
yeah,
d20, and I'll adjust for it.
People shit. 13.
You save.
Yeah. And then everybody else, do they need to make any rolls inside it?
Yeah, I
or
need
is everything else.
Everybody else to make a con save.
Do they have advantage
Nat
or
20.
anything like that?
Let's go.
Jeez. These dice are on
25.
fire today.
Do I have to make another one?
Yes, for you. Because this is a thunder that blasts through the ship.
You know what? I oftentimes forget to roll these types
Well,
of
he's not going to be
things
affected by this at all.
for
because
Raven,
he is
so
protected
I'm
by
going
this
to
thing. I know that may
actually
not be
do
what the
that
things
this
say,
time.
but that plus the crystal that he has, this
In fact, as it's time for him to like start trying to focus on like the air elemental and getting rid of it, he's actually like lifted off of the ground a little bit, and you can feel the air kind of anime style spinning around him, kind of like the Avatar sort of almost. He's doing air bending almost, and it seems to be buffering him from any kind of stuff that's happening.
Oh, we're buffering. We'll go back.
Yeah.
Yes, he's buffering.
I am the Great Fonzie!
It's tingling with anticipation.
Okay, so the ship itself is only going to take half damage because it's saved. This blast ripples through the ship. You can feel parts and bits start crackling off, but you also feel the shields pick up as well, and they are reducing some of this damage. What do we got around the table?
Oh,
Nat
for
20 he
net
got.
20 for 25.
You've saved.
Reels has a 12, and I oftentimes forget to roll for Raven, but I didn't this time. Raven has a whopping 5.
You both save
Oh.
because you've got plus 18 to this check.
Oh!
But so 11, you save.
Mark,
Mark?
tell me, what did you roll for that?
I was like,
21, my
but
dude.
Raven
saved
rolled
very
a
much.
5. I was like, how?
Fantastic.
How?
Okay. However, this blast is still hitting the ship, and you are still getting knocked about the cabin. You all... I'm actually going to reduce this by that, too. You all take 12 thunder damage.
I think.
Oh, is Raven okay?
Yeah,
Actually, I don't know that
Raven
can
might
take
be. The average hit points for an imp is 10. Raven will return later.
Fantastic.
She blinks out.
Oh, uh-oh.
Yeah, exactly.
I go away now.
Okay. You are...
All right.
It's at a distance, and it is coming in, and it's trying to get closer to hit you guys. What do you want to do? Oh, I didn't even... Oh, that wasn't... it didn't do an attack roll, so we don't have any... It didn't have any rolls, so we don't use any of the Bane stuff, right?
Bane does not apply.
Yes,
when
Bane
they
is
have to
only
make
attack
savings.
rolls and saving throws,
When
which
these
is
things happen,
what I was
you
just
do it.
lamenting when the first thing you said was breath weapon.
Yeah. Don't worry, it has things that aren't.
So,
That was like round one.
that was round one. You see Bonzi focusing on the crystal, and just... You can feel the energy from him, kind of like, as he concentrates on trying to shut down this thing. You can hear him kind of muttering to himself.
But he's not gonna make it through 4 rounds of that.
Oh, gosh.
No, I don't
Yeah,
suspect it.
well-
That is its most powerful attack.
You,
That was,
you
yeah.
do just really have to hope that the breath weapon doesn't try. Oh, I gotta roll a concentration.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shoot. Yep.
You guys can have advantage on this because you are inside the ship. But how you got hit by this, just telling you can have advantage on it.
I'll take advantage anytime.
On their concentration saves.
That's
huh?
right.
That's generous.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's other aspects to this that you're not even getting hit with just because you're inside the ship.
For my action,
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna just fly the ship.
Okay, another
Acrobatics
athletics.
to 16.
16. Fantastic.
Rills
That is a +4.
keeps your concentration. Bane is still in effect.
Awesome.
Uh,
Are you going to continue doing the smoke screen as well? Is there some other way you'd like
I
to try
figure
to...
once it is been set up, it's just going. So I think Rolls would want to try and fire the harpoon gun rope situation to see if there's a potential way
Ranged
to
attack?
slow it
Yeah.
down. Yeah.
okay.
Go for a range.
So we're good.
Sure.
So the way that the artificer cannon usually works is that it fires off of a bonus action. So I'm going to assume that I can just kind of surge that sucker from a distance.
Okay.
But the main thing that I think I want to try is if it gets close enough for an attack, I would like to use Thunder Wave as it's going in for a swing to kind of throw off its aim.
You were typing in a weird place. Where'd you go?
Got it.
Rills rolled a 17 to hit.
Got that? That's here. I got the 2 +4s.
Thank you for saying it at volume, though. I realized I whispered it to you, and I'm like, we're streaming. They don't know what's going on.
Rills, what do you
I fired the harpoon gun.
I'm
with the
going
rope attached to it to try and
hold a Thunder Wave for it to get close enough to
Slow it
attack.
down,
So that
maybe.
as it goes in for a strike, I'm going to try and blast it to kind of throw it off course.
Okay. Give me
You're
a
trying
spell
to
attack.
shove the...
Like shove it out of the way so it doesn't make its attack quite as good. 17.
Okay.
Alright.
That's another +4.
Both of those are very good. Those are both adding +4.
I failed my con save.
Oh
I
Okay.
rolled an 8.
no! Okay, alright.
Okay.
And that was the
That was-
protection of good and evil that you'd done for Von
I'm
Zief.
just gonna try and put it back.
Oh,
Okay. You want to just use that for this time?
that's fair.
Fantastic. Let's do that.
Okay. Alright, that has an effect as well, right? Like, the
Well,
Von
this is-
Zief being blessed by
that-
anything.
That doesn't affect
That's
here, but
for-
this means that Bunzik doesn't need to make like concentration checks.
Oh,
They
okay.
need to start over trying to stop this thing.
Right.
This is like the biggest. Like,
This is so clutch.
it is a big deal. Her using
But
up
he
her
really
turn to
needs to not die.
turn that back on is fantastic.
Okay.
It's a
There
1
are
and a
some
7,
support
so
actions that are
advantage.
just really, really important.
What do you want to do?
Uh,
Keep up the
yeah,
same thing.
same thing I did, because that seemed to save our asses. I'm like, oh my god, that actually worked. Sweet, I'll do it again.
Yeah.
So
Hell yeah.
you last time you blast out the side and the whole thing moves over. You're kind of like it moves you way out. You're only getting hit by the fringe amounts of this thunder shot from last time. So yeah, go ahead. Go again.
Not as good, but 17.
17
That's pretty darn
is,
good.
is
I mean, and that 20 is hard to hit twice.
Yeah.
So,
It's also hard to top a natural.
yeah.
You know, like
so you guys are at 16 again,
Whew.
which is
Sheesh.
pretty great.
Yeah. It's hard to fail
Um,
when you have a plus 16 to
But
save throws. However,
it catches up to you, and it is going in to try and snap a bite at the airship.
Okay. Now the Bane will come into play.
minus
A D4.
that. So that's minus the Bane. It's extensively this without any modifiers.
Yeah, you got, there's the blast of the thunder wave out the side of this thing, moves this away. You're shooting that harpoon at it. It's kind of getting caught up in some of the wings and it's
The
slowing
Bane
it down.
is-
You're piloting, it's excellent. You know, that extra boost from the thunder wave kind of pulls you to the side. Actually, you both team up and are both thunder waving out of the same side. You
I'll sit inside of the face and
blast
move it
away
over at
from
the
this
same
thing.
time.
Like Star Trek, 2 times.
As you are pulling away, this thing flips around in midair and does a tail attack down on you guys.
Bane still applies.
That is a
it-
negative
and-
14.
And you guys are boosting away. And now,
something
What?
Something like that. He
Oh,
rolled,
because
there's a
okay.
negative 16 plus whatever the Bane was. And then, yeah,
it
that
picks
was
back
bad.
up from that roll and dives around out of you. You guys are now out and away a bit from the Sky City, piloting away. Again, let's do another round of checks. That was round 2.
does it have like any cobalt stuck in its teeth or anything?
I was actually going to say
Oh,
that, that they should
horrifying.
all make perception checks to see if there are any kobolds alive on the ship.
yeah, you gotta make some
Because-
perception checks.
because
then.
they're-
Can you
is just, like,
imagine
stuck in there.
poor kobolds just clinging on for dear life? We've been trapped here for a week. All right, perception check.
24.
Oh yeah.
3.
16.
Where are my little gumptions? They're not here. I can't find
Yes,
them.
where
Oh.
are they?
No, they're not.
I used all of mine up at some point. Please
Extra
give me
mouse
more.
down there?
There's a mouse. Yeah, there's no gumption.
Ours must have.
Yeah, but I don't see it anywhere.
Oh, I found it. It's over here.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, everybody gets like 2. Here, have some gumption.
I didn't make a check. I was just
This is
flying.
from
Like,
like
Okay.
the
that was
last.
16 on my file.
There's been a few
Fantastic.
fails here and there. So
Kobolds and bits.
You do see, as this thing is passing around, there are some very
Dragons.
confused, upset, and in danger kobolds still trying to hold on to life. There may be
That
more
sucks.
inside.
Is Snickers by chance one of the few that I saved?
With that high of a roll, absolutely. Snickers is on
Snickers
board.
is your roll
Please, I
has
love
saved
Snickers.
Snickers
And
life.
alive.
guys.
He has that knife, and he has stuck it into the side of one of the things, and he's holding on for dear life.
At that announcement, Rills is just like, "Oh, good, that's the one I like."
I don't know if we're gonna be able to save them. But then you didn't see them, maybe?
So we got a +4 already. Do you want to make checks? What do you want to do? Anybody?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and like restoke the fires and the things to try and
More stuff?
for more stealthing.
Refuel.
I didn't want to do it 2 turns in a row, but I'm not above doing it in the same encounter.
I think that makes sense. It's a good move.
Anybody else?
Stealth. 9.
9 is not a failure.
I
So-
will take it.
But it is not a bonus item.
That's fine.
I'm gonna call it Yeoman, dive low, so that I can cast Featherfall on it,
Oh.
slowing its descent to 60 feet.
Okay.
You're slowing. It can
Give me-
move down
Give me a
slower.
spell attack roll. I know that's not how that works, but give me a spell attack roll.
Yeah, roll.
Huh.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't know how that works on a flying creature if they can intentionally fly down faster than
We'll see if it works or not. I don't know.
That is a sneaky way of using that rule. I like the rules for that.
19.
That will work. You get a plus. That's a +4. You are now at 8. Mark, buddy.
Yeah.
What would you like to do this time?
More thunderwave dodging to keep us alive.
attack.
Stop going over there.
Just wants to be in there.
Yeah.
Wait. Is that
I wanna be in that box.
No, it's me.
Okay.
An 8 on
That is not
You
a
get
negative. So you're
4
good.
plus 4.
yeah,
What did you
with
do?
the modifiers.
The more thunder wave dodging.
Okay.
I think I'd like to see if maybe I can like read its
Any
flight
roll
path
face.
and point out where to go.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like
what, insight or perception?
insight. More
I'll
like
do insight.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think insight's more likely. Curiosity.
Okay.
17.
Yeah, that is another +4. Which puts you guys at 12. And it is going to come in and try to bite again.
Bane is still in effect.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it
Look,
is.
I just like announcing it.
It is good. It is good. I did roll a 4 on the Bane die.
And that
Minus
is
4.
yep,
For the Bane. I
and
rolled
minus 12, which means again this is a miss. It goes in to bite and tail attack you guys again. It's just like coming in through and trying to, and you are just constantly boom, getting out of the way at the right amount of times. The smoke is spawning. You're
yeah.
telling where Yolan where to go. You're doing an excellent piloting, and yeah,
It's going
it seems to be
smoothly.
moving a little bit slower than it was before.
Waiting to go
Amazing.
down.
I don't think I've ever heard of Featherfall being used
Aggressively?
against someone.
I aggressively cast Featherfall.
I kind of want to look into this now,
Yeah.
see if this is a thing.
I
That
feel like
is-
it's broken and it shouldn't work.
That is the
but-
third round, which is the last final
do like
final run. You can feel that Von Zief is like, almost. I don't think I'm. What does he say? I don't know. I can't do Von Zief as well as you do.
I think I can feel it losing its grip on itself or something. I got this guy.
You got this.
That'd be great. Captain Von Zief.
He is still like sweating. He looks exhausted.
Yeah, like a little blood is coming out of his nose. He's like really working hard to get this to work.
What do you want to do?
Last round, potentially?
Keep flying this sucker. I got 23.
Fantastic. That's a +4 to start off with.
Bolster the shield turret.
Fantastic. No problem.
17.
That is another +4. Rills.
So hear me out on this one. Because it involves getting someone else to also do something.
Okay.
But Chris said that he's going to have Yolaman continue to be piloting this turn.
Yeah.
Could Rills instruct him in such a manner to pilot us in a deceptive way? Like fake out like we're going this way to get the dragon to come after us and then make a sudden turn?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, then
Yeah.
I would like to do that. All right, Yolaman. All right, ready? Now,
quickly.
no, Duke left and then hard right.
Deception, you're
Deception, yeah.
absolutely.
I was just trying to RP it a little.
Yeah, great.
And then hard right now. That is an 11.
That will be
Okay,
a
that's
success.
+2. That's a success.
Mark.
That's not roll.
Okay, so not the same thing, because I see that, what's his name? Von Zietz is having a little bit of trouble, so I want to change the direction of my Thunder Wave. And, like, when I see him start to, like, kind of falter on our end, like, keeping the ship up, I'm gonna Thunder Wave, like, underneath, try to be like, get in there, dude!
I love this use of Thunder Wave. It's really unorthodox, but it's super cool.
17 again.
Fantastic.
Nice, you were
That is
rolling
another
fire today.
+4.
Look at you.
silver die.
What were you trying to do with your Thunder Wave?
I was kind
Like,
of thinking
Thunder Wave.
Trying to
Similar to
alleviate some of
bolstering, I'd like to,
Von
like,
Ziet's stress. Just like,
take some medicine and like try and help Von Zief and like keep him concentrating.
That sounds great. Dude, give me a medicine check. That makes
Yeah,
tons of sense.
medicine
He's
check.
like, he's struggling. What do we got?
We've all had those moments. Hang on, I've got a wait for it.
That is a 16 bonus for this time going through.
All right.
It is going to see if it can recharge.
Please say no.
It does not.
Yay.
It is going to try to bite again.
Oh, that minus Bane.
Minus 16.
It's a 1. Plus.
Plus 10.
11.
And that is not enough.
No.
It still misses.
With an 18 on the die.
You guys have
Very
wrecked
good.
this thing. I think
Hasn't been able to.
that is a fail again. It is the last two. And you can see it kind of like weakening as it's kind of coming down through you. And you since you have been diving and since you featherballed this thing, it starts to slowly down, and you can see like there's like parts and bits that start to like come off as you are continuing to dive down towards the ground, away from this thing and speeding away. Von Zief, you see him kind of like, even though you're helping him try to keep it together, he is losing it completely, and you just see him just like, and just collapse onto the floor of the ship. The wind comes out from under him, and he sits, but it is already too late for the dragon. The parts and pieces start crumbling across. You can see bits of it whipping in the wind as it starts to disperse. The skull goes limp on the head of the dragon. You can see that there are kobolds running around on the inside still of this thing. They're trying to keep together and stuff like that, but this descent is slowing. So as you are coming down towards the ground,
Let's go!
saving the day. These, the whole entire weight of this dragon is still falling, still not in a good way, but not as fast as it might have been. You guys are out of combat. It is no longer beating its wings. You see the wings flicker up and like in the wind, and then one of them tears off and flies away. And you have brought the wind elementals back to the plane of air. Well, Von Zief has. You've allowed him to. Congratulations. You have ended the scourge of the skeletal sky dragon.
Big damn heroes, let's go.
Amidst all the corpses of all the stuff that we fucked up.
Well, that wasn't so bad.
Right, but we stopped it though.
Started it too.
I was hoping to gloss over that part.
Technically, Von Zief started.
Something hero's journey.
While you're having this discussion while flying this ship back down and landing it. Yep.
Oh no, I'm going to try to help. I'm going to try to fly close enough for the kobolds to jump on.
Fantastic.
I don't think they will.
No,
like-
I think so. Some will. Yeah.
You think so?
You guys rescue a few kobolds, but they're also, this whole thing is they might take some bludgeoning damage when they hit the ground, but they will probably survive it because of the feather fall.
Probably.
Listen, it's all happening off screen. We don't need to witness all the blah, blah, blah.
But yeah, okay, so let's say you rescue some of these kobolds. Von Zief is still kind of half unconscious on the ground.
Yeah, he's maintaining just enough focus that your ship isn't going down. Like he's just like.
This is a great victory. You eventually land the ship. Some of the kobolds are there. There is currently, because Von Zief is unconscious, there's only this like subconscious control over the air elementals around him. You're kind of dealing with the aftermath. You can see the let's say you land in a forest. There's a lot of foresty area around here, and the wreckage of the skeletal dragon comes down into the trees, just wrecks a whole bunch of trees and flattens this whole area.
You hear an angry squawk of some sort of badger hawk or something.
And
You've upset their den somewhere.
Oh no, the new tragedy.
but this is over. One last thing though, can you guys make perception checks? As this kind of like, as you kind of like are getting out of the wreckage, finding it won't fly anymore, trying to deal with some kobolds and stuff like that.
17.
Also 17.
16.
16.
21.
21.
23.
23.
Wow.
Ooh,
okay.
We were using the buddy system.
Clearly. What you two see while there's a bit of chaos, while your guys are helping kobolds and dealing with other stuff, you do see that there are two kobolds that you recognize who are pulling away the unconscious Monzi. He's still the buddy. You find that strap has been cut at some point. That during the combat, he had disconnected himself. While you were focused on the imminent threat, Von Zief had covertly detached himself. What do you want to do? You see these two carrying
I'm gonna go try and grab Von Zief.
Okay. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna try and grab Von Deep as well. If I rolled higher, I would have attacked the gold.
So that you hold on to Von Zief. They're holding on to Von Zief. They're like, "Oh, you let our captain go.
No.
We take him into the forest. We protect him."
No.
Did you notice this yet? You guys yell for help?
I mean, but it's like, I think pretty obvious. It's not.
You would probably notice pretty quickly.
I loved it. No, we must take the captain. No.
Who knows what's happening inside that little brain of his right now?
If they like try to force the issue, I will actively kick one.
Okay.
Hunting kobolds.
Wait.
You just saved.
Listen, little lads. It's all cool now. Captain's got a better deal for you. Might have a job with the king. Help all y'all out.
You'll get lots of chickens. Good ones.
Chinese.
Persuasion checks. We are getting late in the night.
Yep,
but
this is the last of it.
I completely whiffed.
Oh no. 13.
Better.
Okay. Is this worth spending tips on?
Maybe.
I like the whispered maybe.
I might spend a couple pips on that. I might.
Okay. Should we just tell them the DC?
Yeah, it's 18.
I might not.
Yeah.
Anybody?
I'd have to burn all of my gumption.
13.
I don't think Buddy would even try.
Okay.
I think I'd have to. The chances are slim.
It's only an 11. I only get a +1 to that.
Okay.
They don't trust you. And they hiss at you.
One of them goes, Von Zief, wake up! He's gonna try to wake him up.
What?
He ends up,
He
kinda,
punches Von Zief in
he
the
slaps
face.
Von Zief, and Von Zief, you see him go, actually, you see, he goes, what? And then smack. He goes, "Oh."
And with that, we will beautiful moment. Let's wrap
you guys
this session
end
up.
up grabbing them, dealing with them. You make it back to Otto eventually. Some of the kobolds.
We can deal with this next session. Why are you rushing past a bunch of
Because we are
the
ending
level
at a
up?
level up, and I don't want them to do things next session with that level up that they don't have during that
I
session. Because the level up
see.
comes from
Of course, from
downtime
the
on the
downtime.
train.
All right. Okay.
What you're trying to do is auto save us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah. No, thank you. That was appropriate.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's getting late, and I forgot. And
Don't-
that's the rule.
Don't let them things slip.
All right. Let me ask how you want this to go down. Do you want to try to gather up these kobolds that have survived and bring them with you?
You're going to
Do
try
you
to
wanna
capture
try to
all the
herd
kobolds? Are you going to
a
allow
kobold?
them to take Von Zief?
Offer them the chance to come with us, to keep an eye on Von Zief. We're not going to capture them.
So, what is the greatest value you got on the persuasion? It wasn't.
Like I got a 13 one
Yeah.
plus 3.
It was only like an 11.
Okay.
So you want to try?
Well,
Rails.
We could have permanent Snickers.
Rails.
permanent Snickers.
Oh my god, imagine she has two familiars. One's actually alive, and the other one can be reset.
It's unkillable.
Hang on. Bounce out.
One can be stabbed repeatedly and work out okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
Uh,
Very no.
Absolute distaste
The-
of kobolds.
the most of these kobolds scatter to the woods. You can't keep track of them. They are not going to cooperate. You do manage to, because there's 2 kobolds and 5 of you, and you are bigger than the kobolds. You do manage to wrestle Von Zief away from them. But these 2 also want to run away. Do you want to hold on to them, or do you want to try?
Nah, I'm letting him go, as far as I'm concerned. Just get him out of here. Let him go. It's, in my opinion, like, I'm not going in.
You're not going to chase after them? Does anybody want to try to stop any?
Follow us if you don't trust us. Hide. You're good at that.
Oh.
We're dealing square with you. You'll see.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, there are actually one round of perception checks.
Not again.
Perception. You say.
Not again. Nat 20.
Oh my god!
You see
You cursed me.
Snickers over in the behind a tree, watching you guys, watching all this happen.
Dude!
50.
Yeah,
Mark's got it.
Yeah.
Mark, you grabbed Snickers and you've convinced
There you go.
the rest of
I got
these.
22.
No,
These
this is from before.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry.
you see Snickers as well, but he definitely saw him first.
He goes, dude, and then
Like Yeoman catches on and I run past. Dibs!
So you grab Snickers. He cannot get away. He does
He
try
does have a
to.
knife.
He does try to cut you a couple times, but you do grab him. So
I take out my rapier and I block him. Like, I'm so proud of you, dude. You're gonna be a college if someone's smart in no time.
oh boy,
so.
Papa Mark found me.
We do grab these. We grab these 2. It is at this point that Lucky appears back. Okay, as you're kind of like pulling
cherub.
off this guy, he's like, "Okay, looks like things have settled down. Are you ready to get to work here or what?"
Please, for the love of God, you're not bringing me to the office, are you?
And that's what we'll end for tonight. Everybody level up to 5. And message me on Discord about what you've got and things like that. We can talk about how if you have something you want to be doing during the next chunk of downtime to explain your level up to working in the story.
Yeah, so have a little during the start of the next session. We'll have a little like montage of everybody kind of getting their mojo or what have you.
The majority of
that kind of
you,
stuff.
at least, unless there's something specific you want to be doing, are going to be back on the train with Alistair.
I'm going to engage in some very heavy meditation and reflection and learn how to punch better.
That's good.
It's a good thing. Yeah, you get better at punching by just sitting and thinking. Definitely.
Really knuckling down and thinking about it.
Nope. Nuh-uh.
I should always.
All right. And with that horribleness, good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. Perhaps tomorrow we'll play some Pathfinder. It'll be great.
Yes,
Come
and
see.
Wednesday.
Wednesday Hunters should be.
Okay,
Should be a big
cool.
fight.
Yeah, join the Discord down below. Look,
Yeah.
like and subscribe, all that stuff.
Yeah, leave comments
Meditation
if
is
you're
key
watching.
to good punching.